What's with deep? Going deep. Chad and JT.
Oh, mama. What up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas. What up?
Boom. Clap, Stokers.
And we are joined by the relaysh guru, savant of relaysh, Strider Wilson.
Maestro.
What up?
What up, dudes? Legends,
Impresario.
dude. Appreciate that, dude. I prefer maybe maestro, dude, like a Beethoven,
Maestro.
you know?
I said that, dog.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. I fired up on that. Up on all
you
this.
need like a conductor's baton for relationships. Be like, let me just figure this out.
And the thing is, yes, you must listen in a relationship. It's a very key aspect of it, but also you must feel. And Beethoven was deaf, dude, so he had to feel those notes, dude. That's how he listened. He put forth that extra effort, and that's what's up.
That's actually my relationship to wave runners as well, which I'm going to talk about later.
Oh, my, dude, I respect you so much when you're on your own 2 feet, but you want a wave runner cutting it up in the water?
It's me at my best.
It's the apex predator. I'm not saying you're looking to go out there and hurt anything, but killer whales, orcas, look out, dude.
Talk about Poseidon with
There's a respect there.
Talk about Poseidon with a friggin' trident and a steel dong.
Yeah, no question,
guys,
dude.
Sorry to interrupt. Hold that thought, because I got to let the Stokers know that we are once again brought to you by our dogs at Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you guys so much for keeping our trims pubed, okay? You guys came in with a Lawnmower 2.0, and you guys made sure that our dongs looked pristine, like the freaking Statue of David, but with better girth. And guys, you know we love Manscaped, so check them out. Manscaped.com. Use code GODEEP. You'll get 20% off plus free shipping. Ja-freaking wow. And yeah, keep your dongs fresh, dudes. And we're also brought to you by Douglas Lubricant, the best in the biz, guys. You want a bone, and you want a bone well. But most importantly, you want a bone smooth, okay? And when you bone right with Douglas. All right, back to JT on a wave runner.
Well, I was going to ask Strider, now that you've gotten so much feedback about your understanding of relationships and how profound it is, when people ask you questions about that now, do you feel like more like you have the right to tell them, or do you see more clearly? Or are you more confident in your takes on relationships because of all the people who give you credit for it?
There is definitely a boost in confidence, dude. Like, I'm walking around like feeling like, you know, like if you step out on the basketball court, you drain a couple tray balls, you see it go in. I'm gonna take a jumper, and you know what, dude? If I'm playing some pickup, I might even, like, you know, your team's like, all right, let me feed this guy the ball. Like, you've earned yourself that extra shot while playing pickup, whereas maybe you got to go to the guy who's better than you. So there's no question that the confidence has been boosted, and I appreciate that for sure, dude. But the thing is, I got to check myself, because every relationship's different. All I can do is speak on the knowledge of the one that I have, and hopefully raise the stoke of other dudes out there in their GFs. Dude,
I was worried that, because I always, whenever you come on the pod, I always introduce you with such, grand titles. And I was worried that, like, kind of heavy lies the crown. You would kind of be like, oh, dude, I don't know. We had a disagreement over a vase last night, and, like,
am I still the relationship expert?
Yeah, and maybe that would affect your relationship, because, like, you're like, we argued over, like, shoes.
Oh, dude, we for sure, dude. I mean, look, today we were waking up. I was going to freaking valet. My GF was going to her freaking job, dude. Had a meeting in the morning. And, dude, you know what? We were in each other's space a little bit, dude. She used my comb. I was like, why are you using my comb, dude? And she was like, I just kind of like the way it straightens my hair out. And I was like, all right, tight. And, like, part of me for a second was like, oh, I wish you would have asked. But at the same time, I was like, I just need to go crush an apple right now, dude. Get some food in me, some nutrients, and then I'm over it.
Dude, way to take yourself out of the moment and see the big picture.
Yeah.
Because I think so often, like, when I'm feeling, like, angry or down, I feel like that feeling is my past, present, and future, but it's just a moment.
Correct. Dude, it's funny. I was driving thinking, I was cruising around listening to this song, dude, by Jonathan Bree called You're So Cool. It's legit, dude. Check it out. That's an endorsement. It's legit. I love it. Just discovered it. And so I was cruising over the hill, dude, just cruising, dude. The weather's nice. It's a hot August night. I'm going down. I'm having fun. And I'm in the moment. But then in my dome, I was like, they always say be in the moment. But you got to be in the moment, but also have a greater understanding of everything around you. Because it's very dangerous just to get caught up in one thing. Even though it's a stoked moment, it's like, I got to be cognizant of things that are going on always, game planning what I got going tomorrow, dude, making moves.
That's mindfulness, dude.
Yeah.
Awareness of the awareness,
Yep.
Like, and I always, one thing I'm trying to come to terms with is like, whenever I'm like really amped or really stoked in the moment, I get this fear. I'm like, is this stoke fleeting? Is this going to leave me? And then I'm going to go drop into a freaking despair of lack of froth. And, like today I was leaving the movie theater and I was blasting No Easy Way Out by Robert Tepper, Fire Jam from Rocky IV soundtrack. And just so amped. The sun was coming in. I was like, this is SoCal. I want to crush some like steak right now. Like, I'm so stoked. And then this thought came in. I was like, is this stoke fleeting? Like, No Easy Way Out will end. And I was like, and I just, you know what? I literally just took my hand and physically just pushed it away. Enjoyed the moment.
And dude, I would argue that is partially, and correct me if I'm wrong, the beauty of stoke, the ephemeral nature of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You appreciate its fleeting quality.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you're always seeking your next stoke. And the trick is, raise the stoke of those around you, my friends.
Ooh.
And your stoke.
Yeah, if you're in a stoke environment, you're going to experience stoke more often.
No question.
Guys, we've got a new engineer this week, Sean.
Sean, what up, dude?
Aaron's got to crush his softball playoffs. What's your philosophy on stoke? I mean, now that you're new to the pod.
On stoke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
Like, what gets you amped? Or like, how do you view being amped? Like, do you think
How important is being amped in your life?
Yeah.
Honestly, I started taking a lot of CBD this year,
Nice.
so I'm not usually that amped. I'm usually pretty chill, somewhere in the middle.
But like
there's
a mellow,
amp in that. It's a chill amp.
a mellow froth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's if you want to Sonata, you want to like say that my stokeness is my peace, then we can go with that.
You are like a geyser of stoke, dude. Like, you may not see it, but beneath that surface, it's just straight up dank chilling going
It's
on down there.
Like an
Buddhist
iceberg.
stoke.
An iceberg of stoke.
That's even
Yeah.
a better analogy,
Yeah,
dude.
there's more of it underwater than above.
I was thinking as like Buddhist stoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a monk is just like, he's just radiating it, but he's not showing it outward. He's not saying like, I'm so stoked like a guy at the X Games.
Right.
He's more just like sitting there in like full lotus,
For sure.
just like beaming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Internal stoke, which is probably more meaningful.
It's like you look at him and you're like, oh, he doesn't look like he's having a dank time, but if you could go inside his brain, you'd be like, oh, this looks pretty dank.
Yeah.
And dude, there's levels of amp, dude. You know what I mean? There's amp is conditional. Like, if I'm amped in a library and I look up and I find a book on like a U-boat, I'm not going to be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to respect my environment. I'm going to be like, oh, sick to myself.
Yeah, like amped at a funeral isn't being like, fuck yes, this fucking guy's dead. It's like crying and being like, I love this guy.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm glad I knew him.
Yeah.
And hugging somebody else.
By the way, dude, my funeral, which is pretty much the last party you throw for yourself, bagpipes are going to be there, dude.
Oh,
Whoa.
legit,
I'm not
dude.
even
Fuck
Scottish,
yeah.
dude, but I want bagpipes, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting Pearl Jam to
Ooh.
sing Last Kiss.
Bro, I hope I'm never at your funeral. I hope you're at mine, dude. But damn, dude, I wish I'm there to see that, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Rich,
have
you're getting
a.
married. I hope you guys live 100 years happy together, and me 99 years in a day, so I never have to know good people like you are gone.
I'm gonna,
Oh, fire line, dude.
I'm gonna have a Dodge Charger do a burnout
That's a great call, dude.
That's awesome.
and maybe a wheelie.
And maybe you get one of your boys.
Who's driving?
My wife.
That's a great call.
I'm like, go live your life. I stoked my way through my life.
Like she
Not-
does a burnout and she drives off to another place.
Yeah, but not to another dude's house. More to like
No.
Disneyland or something.
And she's got the kids in the back. She's not going to see some
yeah,
random dude.
and they're
No.
just, they're gonna be shirts off, like again, like dudes at the X Games. Just yeah,
Yeah, dude, yeah.
stay stoked,
They're-
family.
Yeah, they're helicoptering their tees, dude, just cruising to go crush breakfast burritos at like A's or something, dude, in your honor, dude.
Yeah, or Togos.
Do
Do they have breakfast burritos?
I don't know if
I just
Togo's
drove by
does.
one. That's why I was in my dome.
But do you know what?
I'm not like a huge fan.
Rare is the occasion you see a Togo's, though. I haven't seen a Togo's in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jersey Mike's popping up all over. Respect them. Love Jersey
Oh,
Mike's.
for sure.
Love.
yeah,
for
Jersey
sure.
Mike's is great.
I think
Yeah.
as far as your sandwich eateries go, like Jersey Mike's, Quiznos, Subway, like a Witch.
Mhm.
What else they got going on over there? I got to
Did you already
say,
say Quiznos?
already Quiznos. Jersey Mike's is the upper echelon of that.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's, and their cheesesteak is like ridiculous.
It's fire, dude.
It's better than any of like the like Philadelphia knockoffs we got out here.
True,
Yeah.
like Booze or whatever the
Yeah.
other ones are. Like, it's dank. I've been to Booze. It's dank. I'm not saying it's not as bad, but bro, Jersey Mike's number freaking 43.
It's for sure dank just because people love it, and that's dank. But
Yeah.
I find more dankness at Jersey Mike's, even though it's a chain. I think that's why some people are averse to it.
Good call.
Dude, I like Ralph's. I'll go to Ralph's. I'll get a dank sandwich.
Yeah, bro, the
Yeah,
deli
Ralph's is
sandwich.
good, yeah.
Dude, they got some good Chipotle mayo sauce, which is also what's on the cheesesteak at Jersey's.
And good traditional mustard. And I like to get pickles on there and just like, just lay them on artichoke hearts. Just friggin', I'm like, just put it all on there,
Yeah.
Bro, when you get a deli sandwich and
more
I see
flavor.
boar's head, when I see that boar's head thing behind the
yeah.
deli, I'm fired up, dude. I see that. Yeah, bro. You kidding me? And then you get that little container and just got a pickled wedge in there. I'm all about, oh, Jimmy John's. That's the one I was trying to think of.
Right.
Jimmy John's does have the best pickles. No question.
Legit.
As far as sandwiches goes, pickles for
I
sure.
fucking love pickles. I love jalapenos. I love banana peppers. All that shit. Fucking put it in my mouth and then my freaking gullet
Yeah, dude.
right now.
Yeah, dude, you got to get nutrients, dude, to feed the beast, dude. What was that? What was that slogan? Who said feed the beast? What was that? Was that Mountain Dew?
Nickelback? No, they should
Chevy.
feed the machine.
Play the machine. Chevy's like a rock. Like a rock.
Is it a Dodge Ram?
I'll look it up real quick.
Dude, my
Now
dad
we
got
gotta
my
know.
little sister a truck.
Really?
He's like, I got your sister her first car. It's a fucking truck.
What's
How
that,
big of a truck?
I'm
F-150?
like, damn, dude. It's I think it's a Chevy.
Maybe Silverado?
I don't want to sound like I was spoiled. Let's see.
I mean, dude, your dad wants your sister to be safe, dude.
Yeah, no, that for sure. I'm super amped on that.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm like, yeah. I didn't mean to say it in like a not in like a complainy voice. Like I'm stoked for her and I'm like amped, but it's just like
You think it's an odd fit?
it's a lot of car.
Yeah.
And it's like she's like a ballet dancer, and so but I think it's cool to offset. To be like, yeah, I'm a ballet dancer, but I also have loads of tea.
Totally,
So
dude.
don't get it twisted. Like I'll freaking. I'll take this to a monster truck rally and I'll put in work. What up, Gravedigger?
No question. Oh, dude, yeah. I used to have a Gravedigger t-shirt. Legit.
Dang.
Yeah,
I mean-
you can. I knew a girl in high school who was a dancer, but she loved floating. Like we'd go off roading in her 4x and just like whip through dunes and shit. So, yeah, I think you'd be surprised if you go out to Akatia Wells, the diversity of people who are ripping on different off-road shit.
Yeah, bro. You hit holy gyms on like a freaking midnight off-road sesh, dude. You never know who you're going to find out there.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe you find yourself,
Dude, that's so funny. Yeah, because like that dude we knew, Dylan Brunson, like his mom was out there one time at Holy Gyms just ripping it up.
That's
Oh, that's
legit.
Yeah, she
legit.
was like burning off some anxiety. I think she was like having trouble as the soccer mom and like
Right.
with the redecorate of her house, and she just took her car out there for some hardcore ripping.
Dude, that's what's
ML
up.
430, I think, Mercedes.
Totally, which is a functional soccer mom type car. It fits a whole bag of balls, fits all the kids, snacks when it's your turn for snack day to load up on Capri Suns and freaking orange wedges and freaking
Yeah.
something surprise dank after the game. And so yeah, dude, she had a practical car for soccer, but also for ripping it up off road.
Dude, never underestimate moms. My mom she was really amped on camping for a little bit, and she got the Volkswagen Euro van, and we would kind of clown on it because it looked goofy. We'd be like, oh, the freaking urine van. And she's like, wait till we go froating, dudes. We went froating in it, and we were in the freaking back bed just bouncing around. I'm like, Mom, I knew you had that much tea in you. And she just flexed. And she had good definition. And I'm like, how do you have such good definition? She's like, because I have 5 kids, motherfucker.
Yeah, from carrying children.
And I was
That's
like,
what's up.
Mom, I love this side of you.
Dude, you know what's a good call that my girlfriend had the other day, dude? We were talking and she was all, she was like, I forget exactly what the instance was, but she was joking around. Like, I think I was complaining that my tummy was hurt, and I was like, oh, I'm being such a pussy about this right now. I said that, dude. And she was like, no, dude, don't say that, because a pussy, aka a vagina, and in my GF's honor, I'll discontinue saying that because she doesn't like that, dude. I mean, it's a part of the body that withstands quite a bit of physical activity throughout a lifetime. And she said, if you're trying to call somebody weak or wimp, which I think you're trying to do with that word, you got to use limp dick, dude. And I'm like, that fired me up, because A limp dick's pretty much good to no one.
I don't think that's
besides the
I don't
person
think
using
that's-
it.
I don't think you should say pussy, but I don't think limp dick is the better alternative.
Really,
I'm sorry.
I like limp dick.
No, because then you're just trashing guys the same way you were women. I say
Right.
let them both, live in their bliss, if that's the right way to describe it. I think like maybe balls even, because like
Balls,
What
yeah,
about,
dude.
what about grundle or gooch? Because that's the pretty much useless
Yeah.
part of the groinal region that with the Manscaped Lawnmower 2.0 you can make look pretty nice.
Ooh, clean things up, get it nice and smooth down there.
yeah, because I think like with limp dick it makes guys who have boner problems, which I've experienced before, feel pretty
Right.
bad. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
and then it's like even if you do have a limp dick, like if you're a tender lover and you're paying attention, like you're still gonna have a really wonderful experience that I bet leads to a hard dick. So it's like it's
Like
that
Grey Worm.
mentality that can inhibit us sometimes.
And it
That's
still has
true.
That we're
ton-
useless if we're not hard.
it still has tons of potential too.
Yeah, and
Like-
it still looks good just as it is.
It may be
Yeah.
floppy, but don't underestimate the power. It's like Keanu Reeves at the beginning of Matrix.
Yeah,
It will become the one.
Dude,
Yeah.
straight up seeing in binary, dude. Learning lessons left and right from my GF and my bros. That's why you got to surround yourself with legit people, dude, with different perspectives, dude. That's what's up.
Oh, guys, so I'm a week into sobriety.
Nice, dude.
Thank you, Stokers, all the Stokers who checked in. It was very heartwarming to see how many people wanted to get on board. A lot of people were like, this is the kick I need to get me into gear. And I was like, oh, dude, I love that. And, guys, if you reached out and say, the DM's coming fast, so I may have missed yours. So if I didn't respond, DM me again, say you're on the train, the froth train, and I'll acknowledge it so we can be in this journey together. But it feels great.
yeah, you look great.
Oh, thank you. I was in New Orleans just with my bros, just getting after some physical activity and bonding on like a real level because I remember all of it.
That's nice, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun. I feel good, ready to tackle the world
That's what's up, dude.
with Bud Light at the end zone.
run straight through it.
Yeah, dude. You can drive the Silver Bullet train, dude. You don't need to be on it drinking Silver Bullets.
I love
'Cause
that.
If you're the conductor of that train, hopefully he's not boozing, dude, because that train
Yeah.
might derail.
Oh yeah,
So now you can be the freaking conductor
I'm
of that,
punching
dude.
tickets.
Or the engineer. Or is it conductor?
I'll be the guy putting in
Conductor,
coal. I
yeah.
like that guy.
That would be tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keep
Just
it fun.
shoveling
Freaking legit.
because
dude.
it's nice physical activity.
So we've all seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, what's your guys' takes?
Dude, I heard you guys' reviews before, so I came in prepared to not like it. And I gotta say, I was watching the first 4/5 of it. I'm like, I see what they're saying. There's not much of a story here. Although Brad Pitt's character is fire.
Yeah, he's badass.
Cliff is a fucking beast. But I gotta say, I fucking loved the ending. I could see how people would hate it, but for me, I was dying laughing. I thought it was so fucking funny, the ending. So the ending got me so amped. I'm like, I like that movie now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I love that hilarious violence. I think it is so funny. Like the Tarantino violence, it was killing me too. So I left it. I'm like, Brad Pitt was awesome. Leo was awesome. I could see why people don't like it because of it was kind of slow, but that ending was fucking it killed me. So that's how I feel.
What do you think, Doc?
Yeah, dude, I thought it was so. I mean, I've been thinking about it more, and since we're coming on the friggin' pod, dude, I was like, all right, we got to be ready to talk about it. I want to straight up like invent a new genre in my own dome for this type of movie, and I'm trying to think if anyone's done it outside Tarantino, because like it's like Inglourious Basterds where he kind of reinvents his history,
Yeah.
where I call it like historical whimsy, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna straight up coin this
I
movie
love
as,
it.
and it's like. It
It's so
uses
fun.
it uses some factual stuff, and then it's fun to reinvent. And by the way, like maybe there's some sort of spoiler alerts in this. I don't know if we've said that at all, but if anyone hasn't seen it, but like, I'm glad like after sitting through that movie and like I read this. I was at Valet 6 a.m. just crushing this LA Times spread before the movie came out, like all about the Manson family and the murder. So like it was all fresh in my dome going into the movie, and I was like, dude, I'm about to sit 2 hours to watch like Sharon Tate and the Folgers lady and the other dude there just get murdered. Like, what? What? I thought they would either do it in the very beginning and then have the movie after that. But when it wasn't happening for a long time, I was like, why would I want to watch that? So it was nice that he went this new direction with it, and I didn't have a problem. But I did think, like, overall, I think Tarantino's main editor, that woman, JT told me, she passed away, right? I think this new movie needed some heavy editing, some heavy trim down, and then you probably have something good if it's like a half hour shorter, way less cutaways, punched up, funnier cutaways. A lot of those missed for me. They weren't that funny or didn't drill it that hard. The favorite part of my movie was the performance. Like, it became kind of a Tarantino's own little ego stroke rather than like a good, solid, tight movie if someone else could have. But when you get to that level of being a director,
it didn't feel like mastery. It felt like masturbation.
Yeah, that's a great call. Yeah,
said
that's
that?
for sure.
I did.
Oh, you did?
That's fucking legit. Yeah, I love that. So true. And yeah, dude, it was okay. It
wasn't as crisp as like his other movies.
The acting was my favorite part. And
well, I haven't seen The Hateful Eight yet either.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
Yeah, but I heard that one. It seemed like it suffered from the same kind of problems.
It's too long.
Yeah,
way too long. Like the scene with the little girl scene with Leo and the little girl. Like, that little girl was great, but way too long. Way too much dialogue. Way too long.
I did like the idea that like stuntmen are the real badasses, and the actors who portray them are often like melodramatic psychos, you know. And I think that's a great crux for like the character dynamics. But I just thought, it could have been told in such a leaner, more thought through way.
Was the part on the boat a reference to the Natalie Woods?
Yeah, with Christopher Walken or whatever. I thought about that. Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
Sean, did you see it?
The new Tarantino?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet. My buddies have.
Sorry for spoiling
Yeah,
it.
sorry.
Yeah. I think we've.
I mean, you don't know the
haven't said
exact
anything.
details.
Yeah, we haven't said anything too.
I think as opposed to Hateful Eight, because I didn't really enjoy Hateful Eight. I was kind of disappointed by that. But I think with this, like with Brad's character, and then I thought Leo did a great job.
Yeah, he was great.
I liked Brad's character so much that's I think that was a very redeeming part of it.
He was awesome.
You want to be like Brad's character so much.
Yeah, he's like cool, but he's not like forcing it.
It's
He's
like,
like tough, but he's not like belligerent.
Yeah, it's more like I'd want to watch it again just to watch Brad's character.
Yeah,
that's not for the story.
True. I mean, there was really no story, zing. And dude, to that movie, to be honest, but also Pacino's in it, and he doesn't do anything.
He was really bad.
I mean, he wasn't even like, he was nothing. I can't even go as far as to say he was bad because he did nothing, dude. Like, why even put Pacino in that role when you have Pacino, dude?
He's like some weird agent.
Like, I was expecting him to go like to bat for Leo at some point, like yell at someone, or like someone at Musso and Frank's messes up like the way he gets his lamb chop done, and he's like, some nuance.
If like Christoph Waltz would have played that part, I think it would have been good.
Oh yeah.
I think he would have had a stronger take on it.
That's what I mean. There was no take.
Put some more performative flair into it.
As an actor, dude, you got to be freaking specific. You got to be consistent. You got to be malleable, dude. I didn't see any specificity. I mean, maybe he was malleable. I don't know what Tarantino told him to do, but
he's old.
Like,
yeah. He is a really great director, though. Not that I'm breaking any new ground here, but like when you see one of his movies, you come out of his movie kind of like moving and talking like one of his characters for a little bit. Like I went into the bathroom and I like unzipped my pants like it was like being shot in inserts. I was like, and I was like, all right, like he does.
Yeah, dude, I
was driving like Brad.
Yeah,
dude, I went to an MMA gym where a bunch of like Brad Pitt style bulldogs are, and I just fed them all out of cans, dude.
Oh, dude.
I bought a bunch of canned food and just freaking fed all those dogs. Dude.
Awesome.
I was like, here you go, dude.
That was one thing too.
Sick.
It made me want to get a dog.
Totally, dude. I would rather watch a movie.
So
I would love to watch a movie about Brad Pitt and his dog just going around and kicking ass and getting kicked off sets.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think of the Bruce Lee?
I thought the guy did a good job. I mean,
guy nailed it. That was
Bruce Lee's
amazing.
daughter's like really offended because she says it makes like a mockery out of her dad. But I don't think anyone's taking that seriously as an actual like truthful depiction of him.
Yeah.
No.
I think it was clearly like super amped up and
it was supposed to be Cliff Booth's memory of the moment, which is the character's like own fictitious thought of like he kicked butt.
Is it supposed to be?
That's what I read, dude. I missed that directorially and I missed it in the movie, but I was reading an article that said that. I didn't pick it up either.
Did they treat it like a flashback?
Because after he's on the roof
and
he goes, yeah, and like sips his beer.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of like it's supposed to go in his head, but they don't front load it.
Yeah.
Why is there a narrator?
We're not supposed to think he's like an unreliable. Yeah, I don't know.
They go into it like it's present moment.
Yeah, that's giving him a lot of breaks, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the narrator.
That's
thing
what I
with
mean.
Kurt
I didn't
Russell
pick it
was
up.
Like we're 2/3 of the way through the movie, or no, like 4/5 of the way through the movie.
Yeah.
This is an existing character already in the story, and all of a sudden he's like the omniscient narrator. You're like, why? Why did you do this? It's like very flagrantly like putting his thumb in the face of people and being like, I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Totally, dude.
Oh, and Margot Robbie, I enjoyed watching her.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
And
yeah.
she's so, I loved how
bubbly she was.
yeah, and just sort of like how excited she was about everything, going to the movie and stuff. It was very made me feel good.
It was weird they didn't give her more dialogue though.
Yeah.
She's like she doesn't really have a character.
I know. I'm trying to think, like, maybe was it because of the fact that she goes to the movie and she's kind of sweet and soft underspoken, does it like make you empathize for this woman
She's
who was
definitely
murdered
super
more?
likable. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're watching her do the kick and you're like, oh, she loves her craft. You know, it's a movie of acting. Like, she's so into it, and then her life is so tragically taken so early. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you could have made her sweeter. I don't know.
I did like
she's an A-class actor with no lines.
I did like the friendship between
Oh,
Brett.
it's good.
Yeah, especially at the end.
Yeah.
It just it was a nice part.
They're
of the
so
movie, I
loyal
thought.
to each other.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah. That was a good, made you like them no matter what. What else, dudes? Did you guys see these science articles about how in China and Japan they've allowed putting human organs into animals for harvesting?
Dude, gnarly, yeah.
First thing I thought, I was like, Joe better watch out, dude, because there's a lot of horse dongs coming in.
Yeah,
100%, dude.
Horse
you could
dong.
grow a spleen in Joe's dong. Like, it's a functioning organism in its own.
Yeah.
It's big enough to grow a human spleen.
Yeah.
But we're saying that our dongs could get replaced by bigger dongs.
Dude.
And then Joe's value as the big dong man
Yeah.
would be in jeopardy because we could all have big dongs pretty soon.
So going off that, with
Love that
with
angle.
these new horse dongs, you could grow like a liver in these new ones.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Because they're so
Yeah.
damn big.
But I'm amped to know that Joe could grow a spleen in his.
That's what I was imagining.
Maybe he could grow a new kidney. So if one of us needs one, we'll be like, Joe, whip out that dong, dude. We need a kidney.
I think the big takeaway is we were all thinking of Joe's dongs reading this article, which is nice.
Immediately,
yeah,
dude.
which is nice.
Immediately.
And consistent with all the articles I read.
Correct.
Oh,
yeah, dude. I was reading that Once Upon a Time article, and I was thinking about Joe's dong in the back of my dome for sure.
I bet Brad Pitt's character has Joe's dong.
Yeah, I think about it 20 seconds out of respect every day.
Do you
dude,
think
just every day.
Quentin Tarantino's like, Cliff Booth, Joe's dong.
Correct.
And Brad
That's his
Pitt's like,
journal.
all right, I got
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
That's his journal every day.
I know exactly how to play this.
Joe's dong.
It's in his email signature, dude. It's just down there.
Would you guys take an organ from a pig?
That's the thing. It's this ethical thing, dude. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, they're saying, like, oh, it can harvest organs for people for medical use. And then immediately you think of your loved ones. You think of yourself. What if I need that? Oh, great idea. But then the debate is, what about this animal that's a living thing? I started thinking about, like, that's like what alien movies are about. When aliens come down, they're this more powerful being, and then they take us and harvest things from us. We're doing
Right.
that to these animals here. We're essentially aliens to these animals, dude. They
Yeah.
gotta be terrified. Dude, they have emotions. Dogs have emotions. Pigs have emotions. They're smart animals.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up. I think it's, like, crazy. The whole time I was reading, I was like, that's a great question. I don't know if I'd be ready to take one. But then again, put me in that position.
Is it that different from eating them?
I thought about that reading it too. You're eating them too, and I mean, you know, I don't love bacon that much, so I'm all good in that department, dude, with the pig. But I love me a piece of steak. I love me some chicken salad. So, or eggs, which is just like taking little freaking babies and drilling those.
I don't really like the idea of playing God so much. I feel like eating them it's more of a natural way of things.
Right.
Like animals eat other animals. You know, that's what happens on Earth. But you don't see, you know, zebras growing hearts off of antelopes. You know?
Right.
So the whole idea, it's just creepy to me, and I feel bad for the pigs, dude. You know, it's just like let it be an Oscar Mayer pig. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you guys, but I do think I would take one. I think if I was having like kidney failure and they were like, we can get you a kidney, I wouldn't want to be the first person to get one from a pig. I'd want them to try it on other people first.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was like number 10,000 and they'd had a good like 90% or above success rate, I'd be like, fuck it. I'd be like, fill me up with whatever organs you got.
Totally.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd also be like, honey, go buy that charger.
And how long does it take for things to get normalized, dude? Like, it's
That's
crazy.
Super quick.
Totally.
Too quick.
It made me think too, like down the road in the future, if this becomes normal, like sometimes I'll be thinking, just driving, cruising, thinking dank thoughts, and I'm like, imagine, or like, especially when I'm going to the doctor or the dentist. Like I was going to the dentist, and I hate going to the dentist, dude. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable. But then I'm like, dude, imagine like in the 1800s or the Old West, getting a tooth pulled. What a disaster, dude. Mm-hmm. Like the medicine back then, like you get sick, horrendous, dude. Even if you just have hemorrhoids, dude. Mm-hmm. Doing valet, dude, sometimes, dude, too much info, things act up. But I'm like, luckily now there's medicine for that. There's outlets. Thinking of people looking back like 100 years from now, they're going to look at us and be like, how did those savages do that? Like, how did they? Yeah. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Or like,
well, we probably don't even know what's killing us either. Like we have, it takes a little bit of catching up to figure out what were like the obvious mistakes we were making.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what's not killing us. Stoke.
No. Oh no, that is keeping us alive and well.
That's
dude.
Keeping us buzzing like
totally
a cell tower in China.
It's the ocean's panacea.
Correct. It's
sun's panacea.
A telling thing are like those old like cigarette ads. Like when you see someone like smoking in nature, like enjoying themselves, young and healthy. But back then, no one knew. Like World War II, dude, none of these guys knew that this was bad.
Yeah, when cocaine first got popular in the 70s, they were like, it was on like the cover of Time magazine, and they were like, the new hottest drug, and it's not addictive.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Dude, yeah, heroin was used in medicine to get people off of to wean people off of other drugs like morphine and stuff. But it was heroin, which is more addictive.
We're definitely going to look back on the pharmaceutical crisis. The opioid crisis, that's going to be huge, I think.
Big time, dude. Especially with like athletics, dude.
Dude, it's out of control.
Well, I think the main family behind OxyContin is being sued right now.
Are they?
Yeah, for being like negligent in their reporting on it or in their information about it. So maybe there will be some kind of like reckoning soon, but I don't know.
Dude, actually, speaking of this right now, I was kind of telling you before we hopped on the pod, dude, and usually we save it for the pod, so this was a little faux pas of me, dude. I mean, dude, even like, so you guys know when we cruised in, dude, I cruise in, freaking pull right between Chad and JT's cars, dude. We're all just sitting there chilling in our cars, listening to tunes,
meditating.
Getting in the JT's meditating, dude. I don't know what Chad's doing, dude.
I was meditating
I
don't know what else I was doing.
I love that.
I was meditating and juuling.
Okay, dude, so what I'm about to talk about is juuling. We did a video where the heat was getting us so down, dude. We were trying to stay cool.
We're staying cool, dude.
And we had this great shot of you just juuling, dude, in this open space.
Hardcore.
And then a young stoker hit me up, DM me, and he was like, yo, I bought a Juul, dude. I saw how sick that was. I went and bought a Juul.
Oh,
dude.
no.
And he goes, how stoked are you on that? And I was like, dude, not that stoked. I mean, I'm like, there's nicotine in that. It's 100% addictive. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, but luckily he responded and he goes, oh, dude, I'm going to throw my Juul away. And I was like, oh,
nice.
That was nice.
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking about that. I'm like, are we because we sort of promote because it's like funny, like Juul, like get the Juul. Like it's just like comical inherently, I think.
Yeah.
But I was worried we were influencing stokers to start juuling. So stokers, do not get into it. It's not. It just raises anxiety overall.
And then there's that conflict with like, do I really want to like tell everyone about all my bad behavior? Because I don't want to like make people think it's cool if they're listening to me doing it. You know what I mean? So you're like, well, do I not tell them? But then you're like, but I also want to be honest, and I don't want to be like acting like better than I am. You know what I mean? So you're like, what is my responsibility to which direction?
Because it's because it's not like just telling you like, yeah, I did this, and it's sort of just like it's kind of ripe for comedy. Yeah, all that stuff. So
totally. And I don't know if they sell non-nicotine Juul packs. Probably not.
That would be pretty funny.
But I was like, dude, I would get one of those, like a Beck's beer of juuling, dude.
Yeah, dude, just straight up water vapor.
Yeah, exactly. That tastes like grapes. I mean, really cool.
You're just like, oh, I'm buzzing, dude. Oh, dude, buzzing.
But dude, even with smoking, like, and you guys were just talking about meditating, like it's part of the breathing and all of that, and like just literally taking time to yourself, closing your eyes. That's what you're doing when you're smoking. When you're stepping outside, like, dude, when I'm at valet, a lot of coworkers and like people from other departments go and smoke in the lot. And I think about it all the time, and I'm watching them, what their body language is just like chilling. And what do you do in meditating? and like you breathe and fucking, I don't know. You
Yeah.
guys know more about it than I do.
You can get
And every
that same.
practice is
You can get
different,
that same buzz through oxygen. You know, just keep breathing in, breathing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But I do have to say, I do think I looked cool as fuck.
You did look fucking tight, dude.
I was pretty proud of myself. I looked at the video back and I was like, from an objective standpoint, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, smoking cigs on camera always looks cool.
Once upon a time in Hollywood, I was like, damn, dude, I'm going to go smoke some cigs right now. Give me the Pall Mall, baby.
That's like Francois Truffaut said about war movies. Like, there's no way to not make war look cool in a movie. It's all glorification.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of film and stuff.
That's why you got a paintball, because then you realize how terrifying it actually is.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
That's why when we were paintballing, I was like, the whole time, I was like, damn, dude, if we were in a real firefight, I would not leave this bunker.
Dude, it is very terrifying for the other people out there on the course when I'm paintballing.
Exactly.
I think that's good
No
humility.
question.
I was, there was some terrible shootings this weekend. Not to bring it down, but I mean, it's what is happening, and it's just one of the saddest things ever.
Horrific.
And just like, I feel so bad for all the people who got killed and for all their families and stuff. But this one dumbass I went to high school with, his comment was like, hey, aren't there like a lot of open carries in Texas? Like, how come nobody took the guy down? And then one of his friends was like, oh, it's because El Paso, this and that. He's like, okay, good to know. I just figured someone would have just done something. You can bet if I was there, I would have been like counter-striking like a Compound A, like some reference to a video game. And I was like, dude, that is so like dumb and insensitive to say. Like, what are you thinking?
I heard the guy in Ohio, he got taken out after a minute, but he still shot, like 20-something people.
Yeah.
Or like more than that, like 40, was it?
I don't know how many, like 9 or something
There
like
was
that.
9 in Ohio who died and like 20 who were injured, and then 20 who died in El Paso.
Right.
Yeah.
Either way, dude, like even when people were talking about, oh yeah, we got to give guns to the good dudes, like there was that guy outside another shooting, like a security guy, like who was there and was armed but didn't respond. I mean, like we're saying with the organ thing, like, dude, you don't know how you're going to react unless you're in that scenario.
Yeah.
And then unless you're like a trained soldier, or a police officer, like those people. And even then, like you haven't seen the action. You still don't know, but like they're training for this with their gun. Like this guy who plays Call of Duty, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'd freaking frag. I'm like, dude, go out, leave your room, dude. Go talk to some people, dude. Like, even just go communicate with your barista, dude, and you get some humanity in yourself. That's pretty unbelievable, dude.
Dude, I read this article by this guy, Kieran Healy, where he said the United States has institutionalized a mass shooting in a way that Durkheim, who studied rituals, would immediately recognize. Like the way now kids, when they go to school, they learn the language of active shooters, safe corners, shelter in space, run, hide, fight, like all this different stuff that basically teaches them to think it's normal. So like to kids coming up in America, they think of these school shootings as something that just is inevitable and always happens.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like an earthquake.
Yeah, kids that were born in the 2000s. I forget when Columbine happened, which was the
99?
99, which was the the first one of like our modern era. And there's kids that have known no world different than that, and that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. Even when I was in middle school, there was a kid who like it threatened, after that.
Oh, really?
Because there's a lot of copycatting and like there's stuff. And who knows?
Yeah, that's the scary part.
I thought it'd be interesting to like, if we had more information on people who almost did school shootings, and we could figure out like what led them to it and what stopped them. Mm-hmm. Because I just I don't know how to get through to the people who are doing it. You know what I mean?
Correct. And it's
such better mental health awareness, better resources for that stuff.
I think obviously. A lot of what drives it is isolation. We're becoming more and more isolated as a culture and a society. People are just, they're on the internet. They're just looking at screens. There's the sense of community is sort of disappearing.
Yeah,
I feel like there aren't, like growing up for us, you had like your neighborhood and like all the kids on your street, whatever. You guys would all go, throw water balloons at each other, whatever. But I feel like we're kind of losing that a little bit, and I think that maybe drives a lot of that. I think isolation. You're able to, when you're in your own dome like that, it just fuels the fire.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, look, like the high power weaponry is unnecessary. If you need to defend yourself, statistically, it's shown in your home. You have a double barrel shotgun. You do not need to aim it. You are going to be operating within 10 yards, which is still 30 feet. You're going to be way less than that. You're going to be 8 to 15 feet probably. That's the most effective home weapon. That and a revolver. If you want to say, look, I need my 38 special to get to my shotgun, okay, knock yourself out. You're not going to. You don't need, and if a hunting rifle, like,
I think that's a smart compromise, is
Like-
to just get rid of assault rifles and handguns.
Yeah.
And you can leave like bolt action rifles and lever action rifles for the hunters, and then shotguns like pump action for home defense. But you don't have these devices
Totally.
where you can kill multiple people in just a couple of seconds.
and do you need when you go hunting?
And a gun should be an at-home thing.
Correct.
To protect your home.
Yes.
If you want to feel that way. But if it's, I think, if it's big like that, you won't be able to just like,
Yeah.
well, I guess they walk around with assault rifles too, but I don't think you'd be able to inflict as much damage.
It's hard to whip out.
Yeah.
Correct. It's no good, but we live in a world of compromise.
And I hear people who are like, oh, it's not going to work. Like, people aren't going to give it up. And I'm like, I hear you. I really do. But like, we could try it.
Correct.
Like, we haven't tried it yet.
Yeah,
if we just tried it, and then we could course correct as we go. But maybe taking a more dramatic step might actually mean something, even just symbolically. Like, I think symbols matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's obvious, like, more people die in car crashes and school shootings, but it's not having the same psychic impact on all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, like, doing something symbolic to stop it might actually mean something to all of us.
Totally, dude. And like some of these dudes, oh, dude, the revolution's coming. You know, you see this like this insane rhetoric speech, and you're like, dude, let me tell you what, like, or like the government's gonna come for me. Like, if the government comes for you once again, they're gonna be trained
It's a
soldiers.
drone missile. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're never gonna know it got you. Like your AR-15 or whatever you need isn't gonna stop them from coming and getting you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Zero Dark 30, dude? They've got silent helicopter. Like, you're done, dude. You're already done. And that's not gonna happen anyway. But
There's
it's
probably
crazy.
some extreme people listening who like,
who probably agree with that, but
or who like do like tactical training and like feel like they're,
like Keanu Reeves type training for
yeah, exactly.
for John Wick.
yeah, and they actually know, like, they think they know about all the weaponry that the army and the military and the
I mean,
CIA
dude,
has,
look,
but it's like,
I feel like go do that training, but like paintballing, rent the AR-15 there. That's where it lives. It
Yeah.
lives there. You get a sick ass course. Go
It's
and
an
do your training and
experience.
have fun at that
Yeah.
experience, dude. Become a member of that little training facility or whatever. I don't know. It's
No,
crazy,
I
dude.
agree.
It's crazy. And we're fired up
Yeah.
about it. It's crazy. But like, dude, you like the normalization, like you're saying, the other valets, and they go, oh, dude, another one happened. And that's like how it's that sick that we say that, dude. It's crazy.
A couple of my friends were at the Gilroy one.
oh really?
They're at, yeah.
How are they doing?
I think they're fine,
Yeah.
but they were there, which is like it hits closer to home because you're like
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with a guy this weekend who had a friend who was killed in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's some lady from Manhattan Beach, too. A lot of LA people, I think.
Yeah, dude, there was the one in
The
Thousand
Vegas
Oaks.
one.
Remember that one at that like cowboy
Oh,
bar in
right.
Thousand Oaks? One of the like valet operating guys, like the one of the managers, his daughters were there. Dude,
Really?
They kicked out a window, and got out.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Gnarly, dude.
All right, well, on to
Let's raise the stoke.
yeah, this is a tough one to get into. But Vin Diesel, The Rock, and Jason Statham, there's been 2 articles that came out about their kind of protectiveness when it comes to getting their own asses beat in their movies that they share. And I talked about it last week where I thought, you know, it would have been cool if these guys would just not only teach us how to kick ass, but also how to get our ass kicked, you know, because I think that's just as valuable a lesson. And it seems like they can't because they'll lose top billing to the other one. So it's like this, it's like this standoff where neither one of them is willing to give an inch in terms
Totally.
of being the one who gets his ass kicked.
This plays into what Pacino says in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's like, you need to start winning fights.
Yeah.
You don't go out there losing fights. You're going to go to Italy and you're going to win some fights and you're going to be a star.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, in this article it says too, it's like, oh, it's like an actor wanting their close-up. But dude, the most hilarious thing too, and look, we love Vin Diesel, we love Dom Toretto. He's about family, dude. He's got a code. He's an honorable guy. We love the character. But dude, the fact that Vin Diesel created this point system, which definitely meant that he was probably losing these fights, dude, like to The Rock and Statham, I was dying laughing. He's like, all right, dude, well, if it's an elbow to the face, like that's 2, and like I'll take like 3 of those, but dude, Dwayne, I'm gonna need to land a left roundhouse to your face, dude, Dwayne. Honestly, dude, you can hit me 3 times like with the right straight, but and like whoever the
And
director
he's probably
is,
going
like,
through the director. Yeah, he's probably not
Oh, yeah.
saying, he's probably too embarrassed to say it in front of the Rock. So he walks
Yeah.
up to him, he's like, can I talk to you for a second? He's like, yeah, the fight choreography is good, but I'm going to need to land at least 2 more right hooks in this next setup. Thanks. Just make it happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. When I first heard it, I was like, dude, just get your ass kicked. You know, you'll be more noble, and people will probably like you more. But then after watching Pacino, I was like, you know, it sounds like you got to land those roundhouse
For your
dudes.
career.
Yeah, your career's on the line. You need to fuck some dudes up.
It's true.
What if you're just like, what if you compromise? You're like, how about I just beat the fuck out of like a shitload of henchmen?
I think also
Like just plow through them.
there's got to be a way to get your ass kicked and make yourself look cooler than the guy kicking your ass.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you just smile the right way at the end of the ass kicking. I mean, I guess you got no way of knowing if the editor's going to keep it. So maybe you just got to smile in every shot. But like if you just smile while you're getting your ass beat, that's kind of an alpha way to, because well then it looks like the ass beating's not beating you. So maybe they don't.
But
They don't like it.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe like he like gets like tortured or something, but then like powers through. Like, he's like, no one survived this, and he like electrocutes him. He's like, "Jah," and then he like breaks out of it.
Yes.
It's like you can get your ass kicked that way, and then you're a fucking beast.
That's the Mel Gibson school of acting.
Yeah.
Where
Totally,
he
Braveheart.
takes like Braveheart, Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
He gets tortured like crazy and he's just like, "Ugh!"
Yeah.
And then he directed The Passion of the Christ, which is like a whole movie about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His movie Payback, he gets like really
Yeah.
screwed up in that movie.
Dude, Braveheart.
Yeah, legit. Dude.
The
prisoner wishes to speak. The prisoner wishes
Freedom, William.
say something.
Freedom, William. No, what
yeah.
do they say? Mercy, William.
Oh yeah,
Mercy.
Oh yeah, even
Say mercy.
the Irishman and,
Yeah, his
and Brendan
friends.
Gleeson are like mercy,
Mercy.
mercy, mercy. And even the people who hated him are like going mercy,
Mercy.
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 Just cut off your
Yeah.
balls.
These people who are starving, who have letters to throw, and they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
mercy,
dude.
mercy, and then just freedom. Oh, you're just like, and then the freaking bagpipes,
Longshank,
dude.
dude.
And you're like,
And then Longshank from his deathbed is
oh,
like,
dude. Yeah, oh yeah, he hears it. Dude, Longshanks is such a maniac in that. Who is this man who speaks to me as if I am an infantry? And then he's like, I am skilled in archery and blah, blah. And he's just like, oh, throws him out the window.
Yeah.
His soldiers see us the king. They're like, all right, later.
bitch slaps his son.
Dude,
Yeah,
that,
dude.
Strider, at your funeral, you should also have like a recording of you saying freedom. So
Oh,
like,
that's a
so like
fire
at the end,
call.
be like, Strider wishes to speak.
Yeah.
Mercy, Strider. Mercy, freedom.
Dude, have you seen
from
this
the
thing?
grave?
Have you heard of him? Obviously, we all know about embalming, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you can pay for this service now, where and it's very tragic and kind of blue, but not blue, but morbid. Freaking, you can't like only because like it was like a young. This article I read that this like young guy passed away and he loved gaming, and his family embalmed him like gaming, and he loved having a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Like next to him, and like it was just him like at the viewing for the funeral doing what he loved doing, which I'm like, that's
Oh,
fire.
really?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How sick is that, dude? So instead of like an open casket or a closed casket,
He's
they
gaming.
really embalm the body, and you know, of course, put all the chemicals and everything and like make it look amazing, and you know, he's has like a happy, you know, expression, and that's what the family wanted. And maybe that's not for everybody, but that raised the stoke of this family, and that was amazing.
What would you do?
Probably,
if they could embalm you that way.
I would love to. It would take belief from the audience at my embalming, but the audience would have to know that my GF is in the bedroom reading a dank YA novel or something legit by Emily Geffen, and I am posted up watching a World War II documentary, maybe Ken Burns' Civil War, on my couch and crushing Kavita, which is like a dank probiotic drink that me and my GF freaking love having.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's
that-
fired up.
that's legit.
Probably texting my you bros too. Like probably have my phone right here where like we got a nice, I mean bros, me, Chad, and JT have a nice little three-way text going that we'll respond on. Just send each other fire on there. So that'd be open on my phone.
That's legit, dude. I thought you were.
Brightens up my day.
I thought you would have said putting together IKEA furniture.
Fuck, that's
Just
a
like
great,
you with an Allen wrench, just like a huge smile on your face.
once again,
and
all
some
the
particle
audience.
board.
Maybe it would take you guys being the docents of my embalming,
Mhm.
and you could like, you know, give people an audio tour if there's other languages, which would be available for them for a small fee. Kidding, that would go to a charity for the coral, and it would be understood that all the furniture in my embalming was put together by IKEA by me and my GF as well. Fire call. Fire call.
Legend.
Fire. What about you guys?
What would I be embalmed doing?
Yeah.
Podcasting.
Legend.
Oh,
I was
wow.
maybe jet skiing, dude.
I'd be
For the crowd.
Yeah, maybe I'm. Can we set up a podcast setup on the Wave Runner?
Fuck yes, dude. Are you kidding
And
me,
I'm
dude?
naked.
Fuck. Now I kind of reverse. I kind of want you to die before me so I can be there to see that, dude. Kidding, dude. Kidding,
I don't
dude.
mind,
Never, dude. What about you, Chad?
Watch
Dude,
it live long.
I'm thinking hard about this. I can't decide between scootering, tanning, dropping in on a mini ramp. Although I haven't done that in like 10 years, but that is on my list of things to do in the next year is get a mini ramp. So I'm
That'd be
really
sick.
stoked on it at the moment. What else is... I just can't land on one single thing.
Did you already say just straight up bronzing?
Yeah, I said straight up bronzing, but
Okay.
I feel like something more actionable. Maybe putting on sunscreen. That's what it is. Putting on sunscreen. So like I'm
Nice,
in
yeah.
the motion, or somehow they can like configure my finger so it like is continually spraying.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's a great
That'd be
idea.
tight.
Spraying copper tone.
Like the
Yep.
like the Eternal Torch at Arlington.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
But yours is like the Eternal aerosol can of sunscreen.
Yeah. So
Fire.
It
yeah,
never runs out.
yeah.
Yeah.
SPF 15.
That would be so inspiring to people
15.
who believe in tanning and stoke.
Yeah. Dude, I want
Oh.
that so bad. God, if you're listening, make that
That'd
happen.
be so, and instead of at Robert E. Lee's house, which is in Arlington where the Eternal Flame is, it would be in front of Laird Hamilton's house. Is that a fire call, or is there a better guy whose house it could be in front of? Who's
I
like
mean, I
a
love
general of
Laird.
Stoke and bronzing?
Chad.
Paul Walker? I mean, yeah. Honestly, yeah, dude. Might have to be just in front of your house, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, should we get into some questions?
Yes. Fired up.
This is from Anonymous. Is there something wrong with being a virgin and jacking off all day? I don't think there's anything wrong with the first thing. And the second thing's not the worst thing in the world, but I think we can improve on it for sure.
Yeah.
Totally, dude. Look, you gotta drill yourself. You gotta enjoy. You know what I mean? There's no question about that, dude. Go ahead, but not all day. You gotta go out and be active, and get your job and freaking be interacting with friends and people and bettering yourself.
Yeah, if you journal and hit the gym and then like hang out with your boys and then maybe watch something inspiring that's outside your wheelhouse, I think you're going to feel a lot better about your day
Yeah.
if you just tag on one beat session.
Great call.
It's hard to feel a sense of accomplishment after spraying out all day,
Yes.
Like, you want to conserve what's in there, harness that energy that you have, and put it into something a little more constructive. Not harping on Jane off, because I engage and I freaking touch my schlong in, unsavory ways. But, I'd find some other hobbies.
Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
maybe for one day you like set a record for yourself and then
yeah.
you're capable of taking pride in that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't need to happen every day.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I think if you do that, then you realize that it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Correct.
Like
You're
I went...
Yeah.
No, keep going.
Like afterwards, you're like, I don't feel that great. Like, I could have built a house today, but instead there's jizz everywhere.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, one day of the year, check yourself into a super Motel 8 and try to turn that into a Motel 11 or 13 or whatever you
Yeah.
can do,
That's really good, though.
I think
that's the right time
Yeah.
and the right place.
Exactly. It's going to be affordable. You can even go by the hour depending how quick you are. But, dude, like JT was saying, and we've talked about terminology for jacking off, but beating off is good for this because a beat in film, literature, life, or whatever is a short-lived moment. And if you're beating off, it's a short-lived moment. You know what I mean? It's not all day long, dude. So just remember that.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that it's gross, but I did enjoy jacking off a ton in one day. But I just learned that there was more to life. And I know I can do a lot of that in a day. I've let that battle go. Now I'm moving on to new battles.
You've lived
yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. I went skydiving once.
Yeah.
I don't really feel the need to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Anonymous has to have that realization.
Yeah.
And he's, I don't know, guy or
Oh,
girl.
he's going to get there.
Yeah, guy or girl is coming to that moment. It's like, hey.
It's like what Bodhi says in Point Break. Some people
Only live to get radical.
No, it's like some people like snort a line for it. Some people jab their arm for it. All you gotta some people stroke their schlong for it. All you gotta do is jump.
Boom, baby.
I think I just trashed that or butchered that.
You
but
paraphrased.
I don't think so.
I think the essence was in there.
I think, yeah.
No
Plus
question.
something else.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You put
thanks.
some stank on it.
With a dash of dank.
Stank. Oh, dude, I love the idea of turning into a super, whatever. Did you ever do that?
Super Saiyan?
Just check into a Super 8 and then turn it into a Super 20?
Oh.
Did I ever do that? Honestly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
You did?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's cool.
What'd
I wish there, but it wasn't cool. Like I had a lot of pleasure, but I didn't have a lot of fulfillment.
Did the bellhop know what you were up to?
They don't got bellhops.
Dude, one time
Super 8.
That's true. But I did it at
I work at a
classier
hotel, I know
joints
what's
once
up.
in a while.
What's that?
I did it at classier joints once in a while. One time I missed checkout, and when the maid came in, I thought I'd put my dong away, but I'd stuck it straight up behind my jeans, but I'd accidentally tucked my shirt behind the head of it. And so she bolted, and I was like, oh man, how'd she know I was up to weirdness in here? And then I looked down, and I was like, because a third of your boner sticking out, dumbass.
Dude, she saw your bell end.
Yeah, I tipped her well, and I apologized on my way out.
What'd you
You
say?
made
Sorry for
amends.
the bell end. Here's a 20.
I just said, hey, I'm really sorry about that. I hope I didn't offend you.
Yeah, you weren't doing that on purpose. It'd be
Yeah.
a different story if you were doing that on purpose. What's that called? A Texas belt buckle? Is that what that's called?
I think so.
When you flip into the waist. I know
When you flip into the
there's a
waist?
term for it.
Yeah, there's got to be a term. I don't know if it's a Texas belt buckle, and I don't know why it would be Texas, but maybe because there's a lot of belt buckles there.
I was thinking you erect the bell. You know, you put the bell end up.
Oh, a bell? Like a bell? Okay. Oh, erect the bell. Yes,
Or you
yes.
ring the bell.
I feel that.
Dear Chad and JT, what up? I'm a pretty young dude from Texas, and I'm about to go off to college in the Bay. That means calling it quits with my girl, sadly. I really like her personality and presence, but that's just not the point of the email. The point is that she is objectively the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I'm worried that she spoiled me and that I won't be able to look at other girls the same way in college because they just can't compare. Can you offer me any advice on overcoming this? Love the pod, Jordan.
So he's trying to overcome his lady.
Yeah, he's just got a fear that that this girl he hasn't even called it quits with her yet. He's about to, but I guess he's having cold feet because she's awesome, but even more worried about losing it. She's the most beautiful girl he's ever seen.
So why does he have to call it quits?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It sounds like you like her so much, just
Yeah.
stay with her.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
And then if you want to break up later, the option's always there.
Yeah. And you'll be fine.
Sounds like he's trying to find out if the grass can be greener, and he's already kind of realizing that it's not. Because they always say the grass is greener, but then you go, oh, I had this perfect, legit GF this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's kind of has that little bit of foresight, and don't shy away from that, dude.
Well, and there's that thing where it's like, look, we basically tell people, like, when you go to college, you should probably break up with your high school person because you don't want to have one foot in the past. You want to, like, fully embrace this unique experience that you can have. But that doesn't mean you have to. You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah, you and a lot of times, and I don't know, maybe there's guys in his life, and a lot of times when you're hanging out with older bros, they're like, dude, you're young right now. And, like, maybe he had a night out with, like, some older bros, and they were like, dude, this is the time you got to go live it up. Whatever her name is, Chelsea, she's great, dude. She's chill. She's super cute, dude. She's super cute, dude. She's legit, dude. But, dude, you're young. You got to go enjoy yourself, and then trust me, dude. Trust me, dude. You'll come back. If it's meant to be, it will be. And you hear that speech so much.
It's so annoying.
And sometimes it's like, well, dude, that can be okay for other people, but he might not want that, dude. And he might be feeling pressure from those bros to go do that now. And you do, and it sounds insane of like, oh, I feel like pressure that I got to go like live life the way that I'm supposed to be told to go like get laid. It's like, no, dude, you kind of like this girl. Don't shy away.
It's always older dudes who are like, you're in your 20s, you're in your late teens, you gotta go bang anything that moves. I'm like, did you do that? Because
That's
it's
the thing
not. It's not fulfilling.
I think they didn't, and so they're
Yeah.
trying to live vicariously through you because they regret their choice a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're like, you might regret it also because you made a lot of choices that you don't. I don't think it was just that choice. You know what I mean?
Totally.
My advice to this guy would be, live your life as much as you can. Don't stay, 100% focused on the relationship. But if you like her this much, I'd try and stay with her. But just, try not to let the relationship prevent you from fully enjoying college. And enjoying college doesn't mean hooking up with a bunch of chicks. It could be, going to parties and bonding with dudes and finding the friendship that Leo and Brad had in Quentin Tarantino's new movie.
Amen.
Yeah, you can still meet new people, see new things.
Yeah.
You got options, dog. Bros, hey, I'm a huge fan of all your work. Thanks for crushing out there. I have a dilemma on my hands and was hoping you could help. Before I dive in, I want to say there are many layers to this situation, but I'll keep it brief. Anyway, I'm from New Hampshire, East Coast represent, and I'm interning in DC this summer for a research company. I met this lovely lady in my intern program and we hit it off. We don't work together, but I see her frequently as we live in the same building and attend the same conferences on a weekly basis. After going out a couple times, we built a decent rapport and found common interests. However, I also noticed that she was somewhat of a feminist and followed far-left ideology, which I respect, unless it's to the point that they cannot see another person's point of view. But this does not appear to be the case. I would say I'm a moderate, yet I don't like discussing politics in general as it is normally futile. So her and I were talking one night, and she kept prying about my thoughts on my roommate, who is also in our intern group. After she sensed that I was keeping my opinions reserved, as I transition into adulthood in the professional world, I'm trying to incorporate the phrase, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, more into how I operate. But on this particular night, I had a little too much to drink and conceded honestly to her question, to which I went into a lengthy rant about how he was a shitty roommate. I concluded by calling him a self-absorbed, pretentious cunt. She said she did not like that word, and there was a long pause. I broke the silence by saying, maybe we should go, and then I proceeded to walk her home. On the way home, I tried to explain to her that I used that word frivolously because I place little significance on that word and semantics overall. I continued this thought by saying, to me, it is just another word. I followed my reasoning by rehearsing the childhood rhyme, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. But she couldn't or didn't want to understand. I know I messed up and apologized to her, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Is she making this more than what it should be? After all, it definitely wasn't directed at her. I just got carried away. It was more of a way to get my point across. Then again, maybe I'm just being ignorant and inconsiderate fool. Now that I'm fairly certain she isn't interested in me anymore, I find myself more attracted to her. I know I'm fucked up. Therefore, my question is this. Should I let it go or give it another shot with this girl? Thanks.
Bro, you give it another shot. And even though that word, I mean, a lot of girls don't like that word because the connotation, and mainly girls are, that word is used towards women in a negative way. And dude, if any word bothers anybody, even if it's like, we had a friend who didn't like the word moist growing up, right? Moist. And that's not a bad word or anything like that. But she didn't like that word. And so when we wouldn't say it, of course, like, you know, joking around, this was when we were way younger, immature, like, huh. But then one time she's like, no, legit, I don't like that. And it's like, you just got to respect people if it's something that they don't like. And it's not like you're in love with it. You feel like you can't be yourself without saying it. Sounds like you kind of realize that there's more at stake for her on that end. It's more meaning for her. Go talk to her about it. Say, hey, my bad. Please enlighten me on more. I think I could probably get the idea, but let her express her opinion and freaking hear it out, and it'll help you grow. And then, honestly, dude, yeah, don't give up, bro, because of this one awkward interaction.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to be as hard on himself too. It's sort of with all the self-doubt, like, what should I do? What, you know, like, I think, you know, he made a mistake with her.
And we all make this mistake.
Yeah. And
we all say something that our partners don't like that doesn't fit with how they want us to talk.
Yeah. And it's not like it wasn't aimed at her, like he said. You know, it's like, you know, I'd say both ends need to relax.
Yeah, and I think you could have short-circuited the argument a little bit more by not arguing about how you use the word and, like, what it means to you. You could have just been like, look, I'm sorry I used that word. I just fucking hate my roommate so much.
Yeah.
You know? Because that's what really it was about. You just hate your roommate. So you just find a way to convey that without saying the word. And then you let her know you feel bad about hating him. Because I think that's part of what, like, all this buildup led to. And then just say, hey, like, I didn't mean to use the word, but, like, I feel really judged when you shut down on me because I used the word. And then it scares me, so I get defensive. And I think she'll understand that.
That was deep.
I think that's fire. Yeah, dude.
Before we dive into the next one, we got to hop right into the mid-roll, dudes, because I need to remind you once again that we are brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you guys so much for keeping our trims pubed, for making us feel secure in knowing that our dongs look good. Guys, have you Manscaped this week? Lay it on me.
No.
I have not.
Wait. I have.
Psych,
Dude.
I tricked you. I did, dude.
You guys freaking juked me in the ad.
We planned that, dude. We planned that, dude.
You guys have fresh dongs. I could feel
That was
it.
just in case the Manscaped people were listening. I wanted to mess with them for a second.
Yeah, dude. I know they're listening, and what up, dudes? Our dongs are emanating pure, well-trimmed froth. Thanks to you guys. And the Lawnmower 2.0, Manscaped will get you prepared for the job, prepared, and let your precision tools guide you with your family jewels. In my experience, the ladies, they love it when I'm smooth down there, if you know what I mean. It's weird to say, but I'm stoked on it. Guys, the good news is by the way, guys, what are your ladies like?
They like when it's manscaped.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm too manscaped, because I don't have the biggest dong in the world, in fact, I'm rather small, it would, it wouldn't be a good look for me. So I need to have something down there to, a little something, dude.
That's beautiful.
I think it's really, she likes when I feel sexy. And I feel sexy when I'm manscaped.
Yeah, you have that inner confidence in that region.
I just know I'm taking care of myself.
Yeah, it's an energy.
I'm trying to look good for her.
Yeah. It's more like, I feel like it has more of an aura.
And that commitment to looking good makes me feel good.
It's like in Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase and that gold light comes at them.
Yeah.
That's how it feels when I unleash my dong after manscaping.
Yeah.
That's a great call.
Yeah.
I love when you unleash.
Thanks, dude. The lawnmower is gentle and prevents you from nicking your sack. Don't let your dong go wild. It's time to get clean, you dirty dogs. Use code GODEEP at manscaped.com and you'll get 20% off plus free shipping. That's GODEEP at manscaped.com. I'm also rocking a Go Deep shirt. ChadGoesDeep.com.
I love that.
Sick.
Just slip that in there.
That thing's sick.
Thanks, dudes.
Yeah.
What up, Stokers? Please keep me anonymous for this write-in. I write in today with a rather serious question. Recently, my squad heard a couple rumors that our bro hooked up with another dude at a party a few months back. He doesn't know where we've heard this rumor, and he doesn't know that we've heard this rumor, and we aren't sure if it's true or not. This bro has had a girlfriend for a year and a half. We don't care if he's gay or not, but whatever he is, we want him to feel comfortable talking to us about it or coming out to us. What should the next course of action be for the squad? Love the pod. Thank you for consistently opening my mind and my heart.
I'm sorry, I got distracted again.
They think one of their friends is gay. They heard he hooked up with a dude, and they want to make him feel comfortable about coming out because they want him to be himself. So they want to know what they should do as a group next. Dude, what I would do is not ask him because I don't think that's the move. I would just create a warm environment where he knows you guys are chill. And so I would stay away from saying any kind of gay pejorative. I would be super subtly forward about how I love different things that are from the gay community, most of all the people, and then just try to live that out consistently so that when he does feel ready, he'll want to tell you dudes.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let him come in his own time, and not come whatever. Let him do his thing in his own time. You don't have to force it. You don't have to try and get it out of him, to let him know you got
just be a good bro.
Yeah, he's gonna decide to do it when he wants to do it, and respect that.
Yeah,
and it's not your job to make that decision for him.
Totally. Yeah, that's his moment. And as far as the rumor goes, which could change things, you know what I mean? Like that rumor that's going around. I don't know if you actively address it. I don't know how vicious of a rumor this is. I don't know the tone of it that's going around your group of friends. I would say, you handle it. I don't know if he knows about the rumor. That'd be something that maybe you would want to find out. But if he doesn't know at all, I wouldn't bring it up. If he brings it up to you, be open to talk about it and have his back. He's your bro.
And I think also it's maybe he's not gay. Maybe he just likes hooking up with dudes once in a while. Maybe he doesn't even want to identify as that. You know what I mean? He's just experimenting maybe. So,
like Marlon Brando.
Yeah, the most you can do that without probably putting labels or judgment on it, probably the better he's going to feel. And then you're going to feel better about yourself as a friend. And then you guys are going to have a fucking dank squad.
Yeah, that's fucking legit, dude. Yeah, bro. You just have your bros back, dude. Rule number 1, dude.
Yeah, because if you do too, then when you look back, in 10 years, you're like, oh, dude, I had my friends' backs. I was a fucking legit dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you'll be amped to tell people stories because, you sound like a fucking good dude in all the stories.
Correct.
Yeah.
And what does the rumor even really matter, dude? Oh, dude, I heard whatever. I heard his name hooked up with a dude. Whoa. And I get why kids do that and why I should say kids, people do that. It's different or something that maybe is outside of his character that you've believed up to that point.
Yeah,
so that's why it's news. But it's what does that really change? Nothing, dude. He's still your boy. He's still the same guy. Unless he's doing tons of cocaine and driving around gnarly. doing stuff that's like harmful. But
Oh
this
yeah,
is
there's
not-
versions of things where it's like too destructive and you got to
Yeah.
step in. But this,
this is like
this has none of that.
no,
Yeah,
this is fine.
but there's good dudes. They're just trying to do.
Honestly, dude, I wish that you'd be as stoked. Like, in you gotta take me. But imagine if he hooked up with a chick at another party and it wasn't this thing. You'd be fired up for him. I think you should be fired up.
I think these dudes
that
are.
he got a
fired
hookup.
I think they are.
Oh, they're fired up.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They're just trying to do right by him.
Legit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Their
yeah,
heart's
dude,
in the
yeah.
right place.
All right, good.
Yeah, yeah.
You're fired up. You're fired up, and you got your bros back, dude. And you let him be the master of his own destiny as far as coming out is concerned, dude.
Yep.
You don't shoehorn that. You don't muscle that in any which way or the other. He's the captain of that ship, dude, and you are freaking on the crew, dude.
Yeah, maybe maybe that's what they want to do. They want to revel in the hookup with this dude, and they're like, just trying.
How do we
like,
do that?
they're like, dude, come celebrate with us. Let's shotgun to celebrate.
That fires me up.
That fires me up too.
Yeah.
It's always nice celebrating.
Yeah.
Sup, Chad and JT, and any guests? Strider.
What up?
Thanks for the pod and the positive vibes you guys spread. It always brightens my week to hear you guys chop it up, especially when Joe and Strider join. What up? Also, the episode with Tony Hawk was epic. My question is a bit of a downer, unfortunately. One of my bros from college called me up a few days ago and was clearly stressed out. He told me that while his dad was in Europe on vacation, he had a pretty bad stroke and he had to fly out overnight to say his final goodbyes. By the time he got to the hospital, his dad's situation had improved from a 0% chance of survival to 50%. The increase in hope has helped my bro's mental state, but he is still stressing about what the future holds. He is the oldest child in a pretty traditional Muslim family and feels that he will be shouldering a large financial responsibility on top of this emotional turmoil. My question is, what can I do to support my bro during these trying times? We live on opposite sides of the country now, him in Boston, me in California, but stay in almost daily communication through group chats, calls, and gaming. Even with steady communication, I just feel like I could be doing more than giving someone to vent to and echoing cliches like take it one day at a time. Thanks for the advice, Max. Dude, you're a good dude.
Yeah. It sounds like you've done everything like that I could ever recommend doing. I mean,
Yeah.
any suggestions at this point would be above and beyond type stuff. I mean, you got me so fired up that I was like, I mean, I don't know how he needs with the space or what your dynamic is and what your work schedule is like.
And he's taken on his dog feels helpless, and he feels helpless.
Yeah.
Because you're feeling what your dog's feeling. And that's beautiful.
Totally. I think maybe what you do, since he's worried about the burden he's going to have to take on the financial situation, I mean, you have to see how things play out. I've seen tons of GoFundMes for people. I've seen all those type of things. But maybe what you do is, it sounds like he's worried about that stress. And maybe you go, bro, I'm going to plan a day where I got you, dude. We're just going to cruise out and we're going to get a nice little escape, me and you. Maybe we go paintball. Maybe we go sip a friggin' dank IPA together, or just go see a movie, or whatever you guys love doing together growing up, and just go have a day, just you two bros chilling, where he can
That's
sort
awesome, dude.
of get away,
That's such a good fucking
a
idea.
vacation from his problems for just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're making
that's
time
what's up.
for him, and that's going to mean a lot to him.
Yeah. And I don't know if that takes the distance is tough. I guarantee you would have already done that. And maybe it's got to happen not right now. Maybe that happens in a month. Maybe that happens, or maybe you just say, hey, at some point we're going to go do that together, and maybe that'll fire him up. I don't
Yeah.
know. What do you guys think?
No, I think you're right. Like, if you want to go above and beyond and you got the time and you got the means, I was trying to just be, not put more pressure on the dude, you know what I mean? Because it's a tough spot and we have very little control over these things, But yeah, if you can make the time and you got the means, go visit him. Yeah. Say what up. And even if he's like in a bad mood, you just sit by him when he's in a bad mood, and then it's gonna get through.
Totally.
I like that. And on top of that, I don't think he needs to stress as much, because it sounds like he's giving the proper amount of support and space.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just, know that you're doing the right job. You're doing a good job already. So, if you can do more, that's great. But if not, you're still doing a good job.
For sure.
Yep. And everybody's different. Sometimes some people bury stuff down. They never talk about it. But, a good rule is
Yeah.
when they want to talk about it, be there to listen. But, maybe don't bring it up or.
Yeah, just monitor the situation.
Yeah.
Chad, JT, I've been listening to you Kings for a long time now. I think I finally got one of the best questions for you boys, along with an awful situation. July 3rd, I had a party on the beach and brought it back to my beach house. I left my dirt bike at a parking lot down the road on the water. Some chick knew I had it and wanted to go for a quick ride. So I said, follow me, and we left. We got to the parking lot and got on. I proceeded to drive like an asshole and did a wheelie past a cop with the girl on, not knowing he was there. I knew he was going to light me up, so I did what I thought was the right thing and pulled over. I said, get off, and continued my run. I ended up running the cops around the same loop on my bike before finding the strip and absolutely smoked them and lost them. Not saying it was the right thing to do, but this is how it happened. Dropped back to my house on the beach, and when I parked there, they were waiting for me and shoved my face in the sand and arrested me. I would have been okay if it didn't come down the girl getting interrogated by the cops, and she brought them right back to my beach house while the party was on. She ended up giving all my information away, but was scared. I understand that. She feels so bad and doesn't want to lose me. But what I'm asking is, this chase sparked a lot of romance and some killer bones, but left me with a ooey because she gave out my information. I dig her, but I feel that I feel like that's the one thing that doesn't make her ride or die. Should I even continue banging this chick? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it if you would get back to me on this one.
Sounds like Catherine Bigelow directed this email, dude.
Oh, dude.
Straight up Point Break style night, dude. I mean,
yeah, you're living in a different realm than me, so it's hard for me. I don't know how important having a girlfriend that doesn't like rat on you to the cops is. I mean, of course, we'd all love a girl who like doesn't rat on us to the cops, but at the same time, we'd also love to not put girls in positions where they have to do that.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But I know she somewhat like was culpable because she wanted to get on the dirt bike too. But I mean, you're the one driving. I don't know, man. It's up to you. It's like how valuable is that? I mean, like, yeah, that'd be, if you can find a girl who won't rat on you to the cops, that's fucking amazing. But is she going to be like the healthiest person if that's the way she handles things? Like, I don't know.
Well, like, is he anticipating a life of crime? Because if that's the case and you want the Bonnie to your Clyde, you know, maybe, you know, she didn't pass the test, but, you know, if this isn't going to be a regular occurrence for you, then I think you're all good.
That's true. I mean, if she's a nice girl, she was a little scared, but like, yeah, what's your game plan down the road? Is like, are you and your crew going to pull off heists?
Yeah.
Then at that point, she might not make the cut, dude. She might not have what it takes to be your GF.
She might not be the test of the Danny
There
Ocean.
is a little bit of a double standard here, because if the roles were just totally reversed and the guy narked on the cops and got the girl's face put in sand and arrested, I feel like instinctively we'd be like, you got to bail on that dude.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I mean, would it be the same advice? Maybe it would be.
I don't know. That'd be tough. The cops are just like, where is he? Where is he? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, totally.
But what if the cops are like, where is she? Like, what if your girlfriend did the driving and and the cops had you cornered?
Oh, dude, Michelle? She's right over there, dude. I'll see you later.
Like, would I put the heat on Sal?
Nah, you wouldn't, dude.
But would you?
But I don't know.
But would you? If you're in that situation, I mean, that's a lot of heat
But here's
coming
the
at
thing.
you.
If I did, and then Sal didn't want to be with me because of it, I would understand. But maybe that's the wrong advice. But also, I don't know, like, it also would depend what she did. If it was this dirt biking thing, I actually don't think I'd say anything, because I don't know what the cops, what they could even do. You know
he
what
like
I mean?
did a wheelie, like it was like a speeding ticket, but then I guess you're running from the cops, and dude, cops they have bully tactics. He ran from us. That's 8 years in jail. If you don't, it's this for you, and it's like you can't.
They scare you.
Yeah,
Sean,
totally.
what do you think?
I don't know, man. I've never been arrested. I stay out of trouble. I don't know, man. I feel like I gotta step back on this one. I don't have the.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, here's what we're missing, dude. Sorry to cut you off, but why did he tell her to get off the bike? Because he knew he was faster?
No, because he was going to outrun the cops and he couldn't do it with her on it.
You're in this together.
He should have kept
You
her
looked
on.
at her and you go, "Are we riding?" And she goes, "Let's ride all night." She goes, "Go faster." He goes, "Hold on tight," and then you cruise.
I think that's a bad idea.
Baja.
Dude, I love it.
You're all in.
I love it.
I'm all in.
We're going to Baja.
If it's me and my GF and I'm on the back and she's driving and she's like, "Look, I just busted a wheelie strider and I know that your lanky dome almost grazed the cement. and those cops are lighting us up red and blue.
And you're starving on the way down, but you don't have time to like really get food, so you have to just rob.
Dude, I love.
Yep, we got to go. Yeah, we got no money. All we got on are our board shorts.
You rob a food truck, you drive it, and she brings you tacos while you drive it.
Dude,
Heavenly.
I love the idea.
Heavenly time. I would need that. And we go to Baja.
I love the idea of Strider's GF ripping a dirt bike and him just on the back, and she's doing a fat wheelie just
Dude.
right across the border, and then the cops and the freaking federales are like, stop, and you're,
They would respect when they saw that, dude.
oh, dude.
They would respect.
Dude, maybe the thing to do is like give her a second chance and like set up a
Dude.
fake bust, you know, where you're like, hey, my buddy Kevin gave me 7 kilos of coke.
Yes.
I'm just gonna stick him under the bed, honey. And then
Yes.
you have your other friends come in dressed like DEA agents.
Yep.
And then they're like, where's the coke? Where's the coke? And you're like looking at her with pleading eyes, like, don't say anything. And then if she says under the bed, you're like, all right, well, guess what? Dinner plans on Friday? Canceled.
Done,
No longer going to
dude.
Javier's. No more margaritas for us.
You're done, dude.
Dude, I wonder if he's asked her to take another ride on the bike. You know, he just gets on the bike. He's like, you want to get on? Let's ride.
These are the rules.
Dude, it's like in that Gone 60 Seconds. What do you like better? Having sex or boosting cars?
Having sex while boosting cars. Yeah.
And then they start getting a little hot and heavy. And he goes,
Angelina grabs the stick
yeah.
shift.
And he goes, good brakes,
good. Oh, yeah.
And
Good brakes.
good
Sorry.
chassis,
Sorry.
10-speed switch, fuel injectors, 17-inch wheelbase, and good brakes.
Yeah.
And then he's got to hit it.
Memphis rains, dude. When it rains, it pours.
And then the lights go on. Good brakes, too.
And he goes, let's ride. Eleanor. Great movie, dude.
Yeah, it is really
I got to
good.
watch that again.
Fire movie.
What up, Savants of Stoke, especially Aaron. Aaron's not here today.
Aw, dude.
Damn, but we're going to relay that message. Keep bringing the heat, dog. You guys have been spreading Stoke and keeping America juiced on positivity for a while now. I've seen firsthand that national Stoke levels are through the roof. That being said, I'm ever curious if you get lost in the Stoke. Thanks, Henry.
All the time, dude. All the time.
That's the point, dude.
It's a endless journey. It's a never-ending journey. It's the pursuit of Stokefection, and it's almost impossible to attain, except for the Dalai Lama.
What up, Stokers? I'm a fat fuck. How do I get the energy to eat healthier and work out like a dog? My girl gives sympathy fucks at times, but how do I switch it around?
It's mental, dude. I mean, get yourself a fire soundtrack, maybe some 80s movies, maybe some Rocky, dude, maybe some freaking, some Van Halen, dude, some freaking, some legit, Pearl Jam or some Vedder, dude, on there. And just, you got to get amped. You got to get amped, dude. You got to be disciplined, dude. It's in your dome, and set a time. What I've been doing is I kind of put it in tandem, like, with something else that I would ordinarily do, like showering, right? I shower. Every time I shower, when I get out, I bang out 50 push-ups. That's a rule that I've set for myself. Now I started at 20, banged out 50 today. That's how many I can do in a row now.
Nice.
Totally fine. So, but dude, it's just, let me tell you, the hardest thing is starting, dude. Step 1 is the most difficult step. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. So you just got to go do it, dude. And then you got to turn those sympathy fucks into freaking straight up legit, joyous, love-making sessions, dude.
I'd say on top of that, watch the first hour of Fight Club every morning.
Good call. Good call.
And then, put on some Slayer and put on The Rock's Instagram and just hit some kettlebells.
Yeah,
And
watch.
there's nothing better than that sense of accomplishment once you do an 800 with 30-pound kettlebells just at your sides and you're just doing it.
Yep.
So you just gotta get the motion in the ocean, baby. Get some steak, run those laps, and just start working those endorphins. Keep boosting up those dopamine levels. Build that habit. And by the time, eventually, you'll be David Goggins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude, I listened to Faraz Sahabi, the MMA trainer on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he said they both basically agreed that the most important thing is consistency, like consistency even over intensity. So I wouldn't draw up like a super long workout plan. Just go to the gym with the idea that you'll do one exercise, like one set of one exercise. And so you're not putting too much pressure on yourself. And then you do that one set, and then you're like, I'm here, I'll do a second one. And then everything after that is like cake. It's like just extra. And then so you don't feel as like much pressure. You're just like, all right, yeah, I'm just doing whatever I want right now. And then you just keep doing that a couple days a week, and then you'll just get into the habit of it.
And rely on the squad. Maybe get yourself a one of your bros who wants to get in some shape and do it together. And also, if you don't have a bro that wants to do that, tell your buddies about it or your coworker. It will make you accountable. I've been thinking in my dome, like I've told Chad and JT, I've been banging out these push-ups, dude. And when I don't want to do them, and sometimes I'm tired, and I did a long valet shift in the sun, and I'm over it, dude. But I go, I need to have integrity in myself and my dogs.
And maybe get like a bottle of oil and be like, just set that on your desk and say to your GF, like, in 3 months, I will oil myself up, and it will make you super hot.
That's a good call.
Like turned on hot.
That's a good call.
And so just have that as your goal. Be like, I want to be able to oil myself up in 3 months' time. And they'll just keep driving. You wake up, you look at that oil, and you're like, 3 months, baby. 3 months, I'm going to oil myself up and wear a freaking Speedo.
Hell yeah. All right, last question. This deep question is for Strider Wilson.
What
Dear
up?
Mr. Big Nuts, you're the relaysh guru, and damn it if your love advice doesn't bring me to tears of joy. As someone who is recently engaged, I can't help but wonder, when are you going to plant that knee in front of your girlfriend and say, hey, baby, let's do this?
My dog, dude. Bringing the pressure, putting me in the kitchen, dude, stepping it up. I like that, dude. Look, dude, this is a thought that's on my dome all the time. You know, right now I'm parking whips and scoring fat tips, dude. And I do believe, you know, I do believe in progressive thinking. And a lot of times, you know, people now are like, dude, I mean, you're together. You guys live together. You're practically married. But anything in life, you know, you do that has meaning, you put in contract, dude. You buy a home. You freaking, you know, you have any deal with, you know, a lot of dough going with it, you put it in contract, dude. A marriage, the fact that you do that and that have that ritual is big, dude. And so I want my GF to be fired up. I want to be fired up about it. I want to do it in a right way, and I've already got the plan in my dome. It's just a matter of executing and getting to the right spot, right timing. So, yeah, dude. And, you know, I mean, dude, if I'm being totally honest, bro, I mean, me and my GF, dude, we, you know, this past year, dude, we're having a little more tiffs than usual, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're always stoked, always staying fired up. But, you know, that's part of the process of being in a relationship is finding those things. You know, thinking that long-term thought. And overall, like, yeah, dude, I mean, it's I couldn't tell you when, but I could tell you definitely a year or two, my dog.
All right.
It's in the ether now.
Yeah. That's for Anonymous, dude. Whoever said that, dude. Mr. Anonymous.
I got to use the bathroom. Chad, do you want to use the restroom, and we'll let Strider soliloquy for a little bit?
Yeah.
Are you
I'd be
comfortable with
fired
that?
up to do that.
We're going to
dude.
cross swords.
I'd be so fired up to do that, dude. Well, my two dogs go take a leak right now, dude. Now I'm just on a straight up solo mish, dude. Thinking about my future based on that last question, dude. But I'll tell you this, dude. That's not in the so distant future. But the more near future, dude, what I'm about to do, once I get off this fire podcast, say later to my dogs, Chad and JT, cruise to my abode, dude, turn on some dank tunes, dude. Been listening to this guy, Orville Peck, dude. Don't know if you guys know him. In fact, probably no one knows him because he's a mystery, dude. Straight up country folk singer from Canada, dude. Guy wears a mask when he sings, has a lot of dank songs. I'm going to put that on, dude. A little song called Queen of the Rodeo, maybe even Dead of the Night. Cruise home with the windows down and that blasting at volume level 28 in my dank Hyundai Santa Fe V6, dude. 285 ponies on the ranch, dude. Just hopping around, dude. Cruising around, dude, straight up. Cruise over the hill with those ponies, dude. Get me home tried and true. Open up a dank little smooch my GF as soon as I get in, dude. Think, she's the one, dude. Think about look at my knees and go, these things ready to get dropped upon. Am I going to do right or left? Probably depends which, you know, where the sun's hitting me, dude, because it's going to be coastal, dude, when I freaking do that. Pop the quash, dude. Then, dude, what I'm going to freaking do, cruise inside my abode, dude. Smooching my GF, dude, just painting this picture for my dogs. Then I go look at our dank coffee table that we got at West Elm. Psych, dude. It's from West Elm. My GF found a dank deal for it on Craigslist, dude. We got it from this dude named friggin' Oh no, Mike was the guy who sold us the credenza. I don't remember the dude that got us the coffee table, but he was probably legit, dude. Anyway, dude, my book's just posting up there. It's called Shadow Divers, dude. I've got, I think, like 68 pages left, dude, but maybe I turn it over to make it 69. And then I freaking straight up read the rest of this book about WW2 U2 freaking U-boats, dude. Not U2, but maybe I'll put on some U2 in the background. Anyway, my dogs walked back in, but that is in my very near future. So I'm fired up, dude. Sometimes you got to get yourself stoked, give yourself a little treat at the end of the day, dude, and that's what I'm about to do. Fired up, my dogs are back. What up, dude?
What up, dog?
How are the leaks? Did you guys cross the streams, dude? Did you guys play swords?
Yeah.
Kidding, dude.
Oh.
Me and my brother growing up, dude, we used to play swords. And
I don't know if my brother and I played that much. We played, but it wasn't like the go-to.
no, mainly when you're outside. If you're like in the pool
Or on
and you
vacation.
respect the pool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice vacation activity is playing swords with your bro. And dude, you know, growing up, dude, very fortunate, dude. Had a dank pool, dude, and my brother and I, for some reason, maybe we were done being in the pool or something like that, but I know it's summer because, and I'm not a big sandals guy. I'm either barefoot or I'm wearing my shoes. And I had sandals on, so it must have been summer. And my brother's like, I gotta pee. I was like, all right, fine, dude, come in, dude. And I'm taking a leak, and I'm like, dude, if you pee, he's like, let's play swords. I'm like, no, I don't want to play swords right now. He's like, let's play swords. Fine, dude. But if you pee on my foot, I'm gonna be mad, dude. Sure enough, dude, he does the whole thing, but you know, as soon as like when you're done peeing, the stream gets like weaker and weaker, and I was still going, dude. He's smaller than me, smaller bladder, doesn't have as much in the tank. Dribbled all over my big toe, dude.
Dude, I got a really gnarly story from using an outhouse where when I was 5, I was at like a Cowboys and like Native American reenactment. And then I went to the outhouse to, you know, drain my dong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd never been in an outhouse before, so I looked down at the hole. My cowboy hat fell into it.
What'd you do?
I just cried for like a week.
Yeah, you're not fishing that thing out, dude.
No.
Hell no.
My brother, when he was like 11, he drained his dong into a mayonnaise jar and buried it in the backyard.
Are we talking about drain the lizard leak style, or are we talking about he drilled himself
Wait, that same
and
place
Jackson Pollocked into the jar?
that same place in the backyard where you guys have that big weeping willow tree?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
He peed.
Word.
And now there's a huge tree. It's beautiful. I've climbed it a bunch of times. I put a tree house in there because he's older than me. And so there's a lot of time for that tree to grow. And it all started with, the freaking
Creativity.
the golden shower into our backyard.
Nice.
Speaking of kind of, you know, grosser type things that we're talking about, you know, it's getting late in the night.
Yeah, do we have anybody after us?
No.
Okay, so we might go a little bit long. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's okay.
Legend, dude. You guys see Antonio Brown's feet? Did you see
No,
that?
what's
I
wrong
saw
with him?
that.
Dude, he's got some infection. It's pretty gross, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I wouldn't.
disgusting.
Did he put out the images?
He did, because a lot of people are giving him grief because they're like, oh, he wanted to leave the Steelers, then he got paid, and now he's being a baby, and he doesn't want to go to training camp, and he's not practicing. And he's like, I'm not practicing because I'm injured, and my feet are messed up. Look at my feet. And, dude, he's got like a nasty infection on there, like a staph infection. I don't know what it is, dude, but it's pretty gnarly, dude. And JT, I mean, I imagine you're still an Antonio Brown fan. I mean, he did good work for
Yeah, for
in
sure.
the
I mean,
Steelers.
I'm a little bit annoyed with him. I think he has like changed,
Mm-hmm.
not to, you know, join the chorus, but I do think like I follow him on Instagram, and like he does, like when you look into his eyes, he looks like he's on another planet a little bit. Maybe he always looked like that, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he works hard. Like all of his Instagram videos are him just like doing like every which kind of training, and he's still like shredded and runs great routes. Like he still like takes his job very seriously. But I think like as a teammate, he just is like been successful for so long that he's just not like relatable.
Yeah. How about Michael Thomas, dude, getting $100 million?
Dude, I think he's second best receiver in the NFL right now.
Who's number one, Hopkins?
Yeah.
You drafted him first, dude?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a lot of money on him, and I'll say it right now. And I know the boys in the league are gonna hear it, and I could be thwarting my own intentions. You know, I could be making my own job harder, but that's the fact, boys. I'm going after DeAndre Hopkins.
Do you think you could get so stoked that you
Yeah, actually, even on the lost in the stoke question, I was like, dude, I have been lost in the stoke sometimes. When I get lost in stoke, I get so stoked that I stop remembering like that like some like stuff shouldn't be like broken and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I used to get so stoked in high school, I would like put my head through my microwave, and then my mom was like, "John Thomas, what are you doing?" And I'd be like, ugh. And then now I'm like, that's just too much unregulated stoke.
It was
Yeah.
collateral ampage, dude.
Yeah, you got to keep your regulator honed.
Well, one time
and that's like on the fun juvenile side of it. Even though I took away bacon from my family for weeks because of my own selfishness.
One time
like that's not stoke.
One time I got so stoked that I ordered 3 Mountain Dew shirts, 4 Mountain Dew jumpsuits, like racing suits, and 5 Mountain Dew helmets. And my dad's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "It's my attire."
Yeah,
And he's like, he's like, "Chad, you're too stoked right now. You're too stoked." And I'm like, "Why?" Because I want to wear Mountain Dew stuff every day like Superman. And now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, because you're being vulnerable though, dude. I think it's sexy.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think it's hot as fuck.
Have you ever
I
gotten too
love that.
stoked?
Yeah, I do. I think I almost got too stoked up on the credenza my GF and I got, and I was going around not even realize, but just calling it my credenza.
Oh fuck.
I was like, dude, my credenza's so sick. My credenza's the sickest thing, dude.
Oh,
Like, telling you guys about it. Telling we're on another like couples date with one of my GF's friends, and like her boyfriend, who's tight guy, David. And I was like, oh, dude, my credenza's sick, dude. It's fired up, dude. Mid-century wood, dude. Freaking creme de la fill marble, fucking tight, dude. Function formed, legit, dude. Really pulls the room together. Mine. And then at the end of the dinner, my GF was like, yeah, it was fun, but like, it's ours thing. Like, this stuff is ours. And also, she did the heavy lifting finding that. She found Mike's on Craigslist. Like, I pretty much helped lift it, and like, you know, I'm
Dude, not to
stoked.
judge y'all's lifestyle, but do you ever worry you guys are worshiping false idols?
I mean, dude.
Or is it a legit idol?
I mean, dude,
Because it is a fire credenza.
it's
It's
fire.
so-
So
is
part of me is
fire.
like, par, you have a point, but then also look at the credenza.
When I first
you know?
saw it, I was like, I was sporting a Woody outfit. I'm just,
Dude, I gotta be honest, I've been calling it my credenza.
yeah.
I'm like, you should go over to Strider's place and see my credenza, dude. It's fucking fire, dude.
That fucking fires me up. That fire, dude. Honestly, like, it is yours. It's ours. Like, if I've learned any lesson tonight, it's ours, dude.
Dude, I like it when my roommates eat my food that I leave in the fridge.
Thank you.
I'm like, good, because we're all a collective, right? Yeah, we're
You don't-
basically like a freaking...
You don't just fucking say mi casa es su casa, dude. Like, literally, when you come over, my house is your house, dude. Like, you cruise in, like, what up, dude? Cruise in.
Yeah.
Can I put my Goosebumps book collection in there?
Yeah, bro. I always got room for R.L. Stein, dude. I'll freaking bookend my GF's freaking book collection in your Goosebumps.
Well, and then you
books.
can read them
Thanks.
too, dude.
Yeah, dude. I fired up, dude.
Because they're your books, dude.
Whoa. Oh,
Dude, that just fired me up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't even think about that.
Dude,
There
do you
are
want to
books.
put? Do you want to put our books in our apartment, dude?
I'll drive it in our Prius.
Fuck
We're-
yes,
We're gonna have to
dude.
get a freaking Penske truck, but I'm
from
in.
our friends
Oh,
at the dealership who let
Yeah.
us borrow our truck
Exactly,
for
dude.
our business
with our
Thank
credit
you.
card.
that our dad loans us.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, thank you, Dad.
Thank Dads.
Dad, that's for your credenza.
Yeah, Dad.
Thank you, Dads.
Appreciate that.
I love you. Dude, I can't wait to put my book. Or I can't wait to put our books in there.
Legit. Dudes. Chad, who is your beef of the week?
Fired up for this.
My beef for the. Sorry. Fired up.
Dude, I'm fired up. Dude, that segued perfect. I forgot that we were even doing that, and I was like, yes, dude. Dude, who's fucking our beef of the week, dude?
Dude, I'm gonna get vulnerable for a sec on this beef of the week, and I'm gonna say my beef of the week is with my dong, dude.
Damn.
I get pee shy sometimes, dudes. Sometimes I sit over the toilet, especially when there's other people around, and I just stand there. And if it's someone that I kind of like look up to or whatever, and they're like they're draining their lizard, and you can hear they got like a really solid, nice stream, and I'm just like, oh, that's such a good stream. How are we gonna match that? Nothing comes out, dude.
Do you know what I would do?
What?
I would just say to the guy, like, dude, hey, man, I just want you to know I really respect you because I can't pee right now.
That would mean a lot.
Yeah,
Do
dude.
you
if
think I
someone-
should just be vulnerable about
yeah,
it?
if someone said that to me while I was peeing, they were like, hey, Par, I can't pee around you because, like, I admire you. I'd be like, thanks, dude.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Thank you so much. Yeah, dong. And to my dong, like I understand, but just try to let it flow a little more. And I respect your stream. And but one time, dude, I was like, with my GF and I, we were like, all right, let's pee together. And in the same room. And she went first, and it was fire. Like good stream. I was really proud. I was stoked. I was like, this is awesome. Then I went to go. Pee shyness came up, and she's like, "Are you pee shy?" I'm like, "What? What?" Took me like 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah, but that's hot
Yeah.
on both levels. Yeah, dude. One time I was next to my boss Dave, and I got pee shy. Thank you.
Dude, I was thinking about
I
it.
got pee shy, and I literally, he peed for like 2 minutes, and I just stood there not peeing for 2 minutes with my dong out. And then at the end, we both shook, but I wasn't shaking anything. And then we just walked out, and like I ran back into like my office space, and I was like, oh my God, man, I can never see Dave again.
Dude.
But if you're Dave, it's like,
Does he notice?
I think he did, but I think to him, he got it.
Yeah. I just want to say, any other dudes, if I find myself in a B room with you, and we're we got some nice buffer space at the urinals, or we're actually next to each other at the urinals, and I notice that you aren't letting your lizard fly, like, I get it, dude.
Totally.
Don't be
dude.
nervous.
Totally.
Strider, who is your beef of the week?
Dude, my beef of the week is the freaking air conditioning company, dude. And I don't know the name of it. It's like a weird name. It's like some letters, dude, like VEZJ or something like that. Like, and it's a symbol I don't even know. But it's been leaking on the freaking carpet in my GF and I's bedroom, dude. And it's been pretty toasty in LA, dude. And the reason I have beef is not because their unit malfunctioned, which I don't think it did. I think it was improperly mounted after doing some research, and that caused the excess liquid, which AC units, this is a mounted AC unit in a window,
Dude,
they'll
do you know
always
how
leak.
fucking jacked I get when I realize that your judgment is based on thorough analysis and not just on gut reaction?
Fucking thank you, dude. Thank you. And honestly, dude, it took a lot for me not to do that, but based on gut reaction, because I'm literally heated, dude. Like, when you're heated, dude, my body's overheating, dude. I run hot, dude.
Not because it's summer.
Exactly. I'm fired up emotionally, dude. I'm freaking feeling warm in my bedroom, and I'm doubly more mad because my freaking GF isn't as comfortable as she should be sleeping, dude. She's got important meetings to do the next day. So I'm freaking mad about that, dude. So thank you for that recognition, dude. I appreciate that. But
I like
honestly,
it.
dude, like, I started getting on the internet. I hopped on there, dude, because I was all warm and couldn't sleep. And I was like, just, all right, I'm going to go surf the web, dude. Freaking find out what's going on. Turns out this thing's at a little bit of a tilt. And so the water's coming in the bedroom, dripping on the carpet, past my valet uniform, dude. And honestly, dude, at one point, the neighbor below us, this dude, Jerry, rolled up there, and he's like, what are you guys doing? Like, why is there, like, there's water leaking down the ceiling? So I feel bad for Jerry, dude. This is like a lot of negative externalities here. And so I called the landlord. I let her know. And she's legit, dude. She's nice, dude. Our landlords, dude. Freaking 3 ladies, dude. Very legit ladies. And I'm like, this unit's doing that. I think it's the way it's mounted. And they're like, they don't want to hire a guy to come out, dude, because of freaking business ideas, dude, and freaking business practices, dude. Saving, budgeting, which I respect. But also, come on, dude. Anyway, long story short, dude. Finally, we ended up getting a replacement unit. And here's what the AC unit requires and demands from us in order for this unit to be replaced, which works and is probably mounted incorrectly and is just leaking in there. But now the landlord wants it out because it's going to cause water damage, so we're not allowed to. She doesn't want us using it, even though we're freaking toasty warm, dude. And honestly, dude, if I'm being quite frank, has affected our bone schedule. It's affected our bone schedule, dude. Yeah, dude. Not that we have a schedule, but it's affected.
Did you say that to the people?
Dude, I wanted to tell the landlord, dude, honestly, I want to send a stern email. I want to send a sternly written direct email, dude, and go, we appreciate you keeping us cool. We appreciate what your unit does. We appreciate you sending out this new unit. But honestly, I'm heated up and I haven't boned in some time, dude.
Can I do like a little just friendly reread on that?
Yeah, of course, dude.
Dude, I would head it up at the top with the subject just being like, urgent,
Good call.
wrecked bone schedule. And then I would lead with the bone schedule.
You're saying subject line, urgent, : all caps, wrecked bone schedule.
Yeah. and then say,
Fire call.
Put the bone schedule there and say, how does this pertain to you? I'm holding you personally responsible.
Yeah. I'm saying, dude, Sunday nights, we cook dinner. Probably bone. Too hot to do that. I'm saying Monday nights, she went to work, had some good meetings, a little bit stressed. Probably not going to bone. You guys are all good.
And if this maintains into the football season, guess where I'm going to put that extra energy that I haven't been able to share with my partner, with my soulmate? I'm going to put it in throwing my fantasy football trophy out the window every time my RB2 underperforms.
Good. Yeah, exactly, dude. I will start to project on other things, dude. And I do not want to project, dude. I do not want that. So that's a fire rewrite on that email. Urgent, wrecked bone
Dude,
schedule.
Let me even attempt it, dude.
Dude, I mean, dude,
because you obviously...
No, dude, honestly, I'm so heated up that, dude, that's why it takes your bros and an extra set of eyes to steer you in the right direction, dude. And also, that's why it's a crew.
It's our bone schedule.
Dude, you just came in and dropped the fire hammer like that right there, dude. Just got me fucking amped.
And you can throw that fantasy football trophy out the window because guess what? I'll be downstairs to catch it.
Hell yeah, dude, and you'll get a half point for that because it's half point PPR, dude.
Strider,
take it to the house.
We're backed up with you, dude.
Thank you, dude. But so, dude, honestly, I'm so fired up now. I don't even have beef right now. Like, I feel like I don't even need to send this email. But what they made me do was cut the cord, destroy the unit, be completely wasteful of all that plastic, metal, and all that shit, and send it to them. Sorry, so that it could freaking get replaced. So that's my beef, dude.
You should be like, I'm not boning. I'm hurting the environment. When does it end?
Thank you. And dude, what we did right here, and I think the lesson to be learned, is we took a negative and turned it into a fucking positive, dude.
Mm-hmm.
7 signs. Oh, dude, I didn't even tee it up first. My beef of the week is with all the articles online about identifying a psychopath and like how to know if you're a psychopath. I'm very intrigued by these because I'm always worried that I am in fact a psychopath. And reading these articles, it's easy to convince yourself that you are because they'll be like, oh, you don't feel bad when you go through a breakup. And you're like, well, I don't feel bad all the time. And yeah, there was actually a couple moments where I was happy. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm a psychopath. You know what I mean? And like this most recent one for Men's Health, I think is like a perfect example of like how vague and just not on target these psychopath tests are. It says they're narcissistic. They behave unpredictably. They're experts at reading people. They're charismatic. They're risk takers. They have a low threshold for boredom. And then it ends again with they're charismatic. This person sounds awesome. Dude, they started off a little rough, but like the last 5 sound like every person I want to read a book about.
Totally.
Like, if that's a psychopath, I think we got the wrong name for it.
And is the article 7 signs psych? It's actually just 6. Because charismatic's twice, dude.
Yeah. They didn't even label the numbers right, dude.
Wrong, dude.
It's like, how
they don't
seriously
know.
are you guys taking the notion of psychopath?
Honestly, dude, I think...
Or are you just peddling
though,
out their broad definitions so that you can scare us all into thinking we got the issue?
Dude,
Yeah.
And then we
clickbait.
resubscribe for the answer.
They're trying to take down the cool dudes.
But dude, if I have to say, like, you're the most legit, loyal, honest, fucking tight bro with great form I've ever seen in the gym, and have my back through anything, but you might be a psychopath the way you fucking murder Bud Lights, dude.
I throw the cans away, so I like to think, I'm an ethical psychopath.
In the recycling?
Like
Yeah.
every psychopath, you have a routine. You crush the Bud Light at the pong table, 3 buds per game, and then you recycle them.
Well, and I'm only doing the recycling because I know people see it, and then they think of me as an environmentally conscious person, which gives me more virtue points with them. So, in fact,
Yeah,
I am a psychopath.
you compartmentalize your psychosis. Be like, I'm a psychopath at dropping dong, on a
Yeah.
jet ski,
Yeah.
Yeah.
at tanning,
Yeah.
at bleaching my dome.
I'm a psychopath when it comes to like hydrating.
Yeah, but when it comes
yeah.
to empathy and human beings,
I'm a psychopath about empathy, dude.
oh,
I'm a risk taker, dude. I'm going to go out of my way and try not to get mad. I'm going to go out of my way and try not to get mad and take a risk.
Yeah.
See what happens emotionally to me, dude.
Nice, dude.
I mean, except when it comes to the AC company.
dude. By the way, Stokers, if you're listening, hop on the YouTube and you guys see how many high fives we throw down this sesh.
It's true.
It's freaking.
It's
So
true.
many high fives.
I got tennis elbow.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
we've been throwing them down, and especially in this second half of the pod, which honestly I really feel like we're hitting our fucking stride right now, dude.
And dude, like we had an author on the last episode, and it was through Skype, and I was like, I would go up for high fives, you know, like every like 10 seconds, you know, because I'm like, this guy's legit. And then I'd be like, oh, you're in a screen. And
at one point he tried, but he was carrying his laptop. So we were like, oh, dude, you're going to drop it. You know?
Yeah.
Because he got amped and he lost that mindfulness. And that's when Stoke gets you into trouble.
Yeah.
call.
Oh, yeah. Dude, because like I was holding it for like 10 seconds. I'm like, why are you leaving me hanging? I'm like, oh, fuck. He's virtual.
I just want more accurate psychopath things. Like, you're a murderer. You know, you want to murder people.
Yeah.
Cool, that's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't think calling people who are averse to boredom psychopaths is very cool.
Yeah. They're charismatic.
Exactly.
What is The Rock? It sounds like you're describing The Rock.
Yeah, I don't think The Rock likes being bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is he a psychopath? I hope not, because he's going to be the president of this country.
Got my vote, no question, dude. Kidding me, dude? Legit.
I can already see what people will say to him, though, combining the article from earlier. Like, they're going to be like, I'll teach you how to take a beating, The Rock. You can't write this beating out of the script. It's coming for you.
Dude.
All right, Chad. Chad, who is your babe of the week?
My baby of the week. So I went to New Orleans to visit my brother, and most of all to meet my new niece. So my baby of the week is my new niece, baby Taylor.
Nice.
What up?
What up?
And also, not only that, but also my sister-in-law Bronwyn, who's she's been a mom for a month. She's a fantastic mom. I watch her in action. She is just on top of it. Very calm, cool, collected, and loving. This baby is in good hands. So I want to give props to Bronwyn. Stoked on your new motherhood. You're a freaking legend when it comes to everything, but you know she's dominating in this aspect as well. It's really inspiring to see and very heartwarming, and I really loved it. You know, and they're like my brother and Bronwyn, they already have a fire relation with this baby. You know, in terms of my relation with Taylor, the baby. We didn't really chop it up too much because she can't talk yet. But I can tell you guys this: I'm fired up to take her to her first X Games.
Was there any telepathy? Oh, that'll be dank, dude.
Yeah. Well, we kind of just stared at each other for like 10 minutes because I would just like look at her.
I love
and
that.
I'd be like, I'm your legit uncle. Like, I'm the coolest uncle ever. And she would kind of look at me like, sort of like, you know, like I'm a baby. This is a lot of stimulation, but you're tan. And I'd be like, that's fucking right. And we're going to go to the X Games.
Fired up. Dude, no,
Dude, that baby had some pretty strong observational power.
Yeah, dude, she really, and she has like striking blue eyes, you know, so.
Did you see her crawling to get outside to get some sun?
She was trying.
That's always a good sign.
She's trying, but Brahma was like, she's a little more susceptible to sunburn right now. I'm like, respect.
For sure, to all the listeners, douse your babies in sunscreen when you take them tanning.
Yeah.
I was like, total respect, but you got to bronze that baby ASAP.
And dude, I mean, your niece, and I don't want to alarm you, she sounds pretty charismatic. Like, maybe she gets bored easily. Maybe she cries often.
Dude.
She
What?
Maybe a psychopath, dude.
What, dude?
Oh, dude.
Do you think your niece might be a psychopath? Because those are some signs, dude.
Dude, Sean bailed.
Oh, dude. Honestly, dude, that's a sign of a psychopath. Like, dude, honestly, he just said bye. He didn't leave. Maybe he's getting bored easily over there listening to this. Nah,
Dude,
he's a chiller, dude.
You got me fired
He's
up in a
legit,
negative
dude.
way.
Yeah.
But although you just say cries a lot, this baby does not cry a lot.
Ooh,
Whoa,
okay, then you're
nice.
safe, dude.
Yeah.
Then you're safe.
Yeah, because I was like, whoa, is this? But nah, she's chill.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Straight up philanthropist, dude.
But, yeah, I can't wait to take her to Taco Bell for the first time. I can't wait to...
What are you going to get her?
Definitely Mexican pizza, definitely a cheesy gordita crunch,
Yes.
and some cinnamon twists.
Yes.
Dude, and a baby that doesn't cry is like an adult that doesn't complain.
Great
Like, could you
call.
imagine, like, just a human that just never complained? I think that would suck. No, I'm complaining about the dude.
Nah,
Just kidding.
dude. Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Strider,
What
who
up?
is your babe of the week?
Dude, my babe of the week is definitely my GF. Freaking this past Saturday night, dude, we had a dank little date night in, dude. We watched a little movie. Maybe bros have seen it.
What film?
I never seen it. It's from 1995, dude. My GF got fired up when she saw it on Netflix. She's like, oh, I used to love this movie when I was little. I used to watch this movie.
Give me a hint first.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Here's your hint. It's an ensemble film, female leads.
First Wives Club?
No. Did I already give you the year?
95.
95. It has a star-studded cast, but this was often a lot of their first roles. Or not a lot of their first.
Jane Austen?
No.
Sense and Sensibility?
Brendan Fraser makes a cameo in this. This is a deep cut. If you know that he makes a cameo in this as a Vietnam vet, then you're a stud.
Oh, Now and Then.
Yeah. Oh my God, you are a stud, dude.
Thank
That's
you, man.
amazing you
Yeah,
got that.
thank
Holy
you.
shit, dude. Nice. Fuck.
Well, you should have told me it was about teenagers. I would have got to it quicker.
But no. I wanted to. That was.
Oh, that
that's
was coming
too good of a
later.
hint.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was coming
Oh no, I
later.
was starting vague
You
and
wanted to
building
make me
up.
work for it.
Correct, baby. I'm making you work.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I'm not just gonna come out and go. Oh, it's about 4 young girls on the best summer of their
You're right.
lives.
Dude, when they're
and they
stuck
solve
in
a
the
murder.
rainstorm,
Oh, dude, the rainstorm's gnarly, dude.
scary.
Yeah,
And then some of the parent stuff too,
totally, dude. Yeah,
impactful.
all of it's very heavy. And dude, my freaking GF loves this movie. I'm watching. I'm like, which character to identify with, dude? It's legit. Got a great cast, dude. Christina Ricci, Janine Garofalo's in it. The girl from freaking American
Rosie
Beauty as
O'Donnell.
young. Rosie O'Donnell. Yep, the girl.
Yeah,
Rosie
Christina
O'Donnell.
Ricci. Oh,
G.I.
yeah.
Jane is in it. What's her?
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore.
Yeah, who's the girl from American Beauty? Thora Birch? Is that her name?
She's also the girl in Hocus Pocus, the little sister.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, legit movie. And so my GF is my babe of the week for making me watch this movie, but also for letting me know. And this, possibly the biggest star in this movie. And you've seen him. And he's a stud, dude. This kid is a stud. You might know him as Junior from Hocus Pocus. Freaking Devin Sawa, dude. My GF's like, I had the biggest crush on Devin Sawa.
Yeah.
And let me tell you right now, so did I, dude.
So did I.
So did I. That fucking guy, dude, is dude. He like, dude. This is gonna sound weird, dude. He's a fucking hot kid, dude. Like that kid's fucking, dude. I don't know if I'm not allowed
No,
to
you're
say
right,
that, dude.
you're right, you're
but
right.
you see that kid,
But it's edgy. But you're right.
It's edgy and
But if you land that hard on the truth, it's undeniable.
that's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, he's a spade,
Dude,
and
it
I'm
was the
calling it
hair.
a spade, dude.
It was the confidence.
And he's quarterback of the Little Giants. He's Casper the Friendly Fucking Ghost, dude. Devin Sawa.
Yeah, he was put in roles where he was the epitome of young dude excellence.
Correct. I saw that, dude. Growing up, look, chicks wanted him, guys want to be him. That's all
the
I'm
recipe.
saying. That's all I'm saying, and that's the truth when it comes to Devin
And the super cooking up
Sawa.
is Devin Sawa.
This Stokers, if you're listening, Devin Sawa is the closest babe of the week I've ever had that is not my GF, dude. There it is. Just laid it down. You heard it here. Going deep with Chad and JT.
I gotta see this hot kid, dude.
Dude, you know him, bro. You've
You
seen
know
him
him.
every
I'll
movie,
pull up a
dude. Yeah,
photo.
pull him up.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
you know who Devin Sawa
Wild
is, dude.
America?
Yeah, Wild America. JTT got nothing on Devin Sawa.
I got to type in young Devin Sawa because they're throwing a lot of
Yeah,
adult garbage at me.
correct. He was
How
in,
does he
like,
look as an adult?
You're doing good.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
There it is. That really
Yeah.
captures it.
Yeah.
I could get derailed just
Yeah.
talking about Sawa. He was the dude.
Yeah, he
Dude,
was the
it's
dude.
tough
He
one
was
to
the dude.
follow. So my babe of the week is the Wave Runner.
Fire.
It's an aquatical machine that you ride on lakes or oceans, and I have really never had a relationship with like a vehicle the way I have with the Wave Runner. Like when I'm on a Wave Runner, I don't feel like it's me and the Wave Runner. I feel like we're one thing, and we're having this interaction, this conversation. You know what I mean? It's talking to me, and I'm responding to what it's saying, and we're creating this beautiful chapter in a book of adventure, you know? Sorry. And then I bring it up because I was in Big Bear this weekend for a bachelor party for the schmoll Kevin, who it speaks to his other non-schmoll qualities that he was able to assemble such a good group of dudes. Like everybody was legit. But I was watching guys wave runner on the lake when we were on a pontoon boat, and I was like, he's muscling it. He's trying to control it too much. He's not in rhythm with the machine. And, you know, he was like, doosh, 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 just strong on the water, doosh, 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 pushing it too hard into the wake. And I was like, baby, let it go. You're gripping it too tight. All right? And there's a time to grip it tight, but it's just for a couple seconds. And then we realize we're gripping it too tight, and then we let it go.
I think you have this language with a jet ski that it's not tangible for the rest of us.
It's French.
The closest thing I could think of is French in something that exists in our world. Another relationship, I'd say, have you seen the movie Pacific Rim?
Mm-hmm.
How the guys they connect their brains to go in these giant things.
The drift.
You are in the drift when you are on a jet ski.
I really feel that way.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, it's fire.
You become one.
I've seen JT charge the death run on Cabo, clothed and not clothed. Seals galore all around.
Yeah, and a lot of people think when I'm naked on a wave runner, it's all about flashing dong, but it's also about me being as elementally me as I can be with the machine.
Well, it's important to be authentic.
Yeah.
And if you're rocking boardies on a wave runner, it's not authentic.
You're hiding a little bit.
You want to honor Poseidon, you want to honor the Osh, and you want to honor your dong piece, and you want to honor the wave runner, and the only way to do that is to get, au natural, and push the gas and hit the wakes.
And you might say to yourself, oh, but the next user who rents that wave runner might, their experience might be depleted. JT's beehole might be sitting down on that. But if you've ever seen JT on a jet ski, you'll know he's in a post, which is typically a horseback riding term. When you're in a nice healthy post, you're not really in the saddle, you're moving. So his beehole is really never making contact with that seat. It's poetry. And
I'll tell you this, if I were to go to the beach in Cabo and I was to barter with them, I'd be like, they'd point to a jet ski, they'd be like $100. And I'd be like, was JT's beehole on this jet ski? And they'd be like, see. And they'd be like, I'll give you $200.
You'd pay more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Because I want to get some of that essence, I want to get part of that beehole into me so I can really drive it well.
You got it, dude. It's like I rub my beehole all over you.
It's our beehole.
It is our beehole, dude. Fucking
yes, dude.
Dude, stokers, dude. You can't hear the contact because it's away from the mics, dude. I don't know the gain, but we're fiving up over here. We're feeling it. We're vibing.
And again, pull up the YouTube. We have thrown down 50 high fives that have just been solid contact. I haven't been left hanging for more than 2 seconds. Yeah.
And I got an additional babe of the week at the bachelor party. We got a little risque, and we had some exotic dancers come over to the house.
Love it.
And they were the nicest gals, and I could tell right away that the drive out to Big Bear from Riverside had really tired them out. So instead of them dancing, we just had them sit down and post up. We got them some drinks and some of the tri-tip we were munching on, and then we just danced for them for a while.
That's literally the most legit thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
That's not an easy drive up from, I think it's the 39, correct me if I'm wrong, coming up, making the climb to Arrowhead. And that's one of the most fire moves I've ever heard of a crew of dudes doing for some nice ladies.
Yeah. And I was really in the zone. I was like, because I've always wanted to do that. So I was really dancing hard.
And you dance well. This has been established. This is territory
Come
we
on.
know. No, I'm not just saying, look, it's just true.
And it was, I realized if I was a stripper, I'd want to do it where we had like a moat leading to the stage so I could pull up on a wave runner. Already butt naked, so I don't even strip. I just come out fully nude.
Dude, you know what I would love?
And I just walk.
You know what would be amazing, dude?
Everyone. I don't dance for the first couple minutes. I just kind of present.
Dude.
I love it. That's very feline. It's like a big cat show in Vegas.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what, dude? I feel like, I don't know what they're using that space at Universal Studios for where they did the Waterworld show, which, by the way, the live Waterworld show, hands down 10 times better than the film. No question.
It's really good.
It's fucking sick.
The golf joke's hilarious.
Yes, dude, it's a great joke.
Yeah.
And those, you could have been a stuntman on the jet ski. I'm not just saying you could have done that.
Thanks, dude.
But
I'd love to do.
But what I would love is, now if that space is probably done, I don't know if that show's going on anymore, you guys, for your fucking, your next cause you take up, I mean, you've got tons of fire causes. Instead of getting on your soapbox, as they say, to pontificate, not that you'd be pontificating, you would be expressing true feeling and thoughts that are empathized widely among bros and their GFs and others, but doing it from fucking jet skis in that with pyrotechnics and fireworks as you make salient fucking points during your speeches, dude.
Dude,
I love that.
That's really
like
cool.
you make a point.
That.
You're like, we need to stand together, bleach our domes for coral boom, like maybe a firework or two dudes cross on a jet ski. Maybe you shoot a crossbow at something to reveal like, you know, like a map showing, you know, where the most endangered zones are, but the way the map's revealed is from a crossbow shot, it drops down.
I'm going to for sure do a high dive. I'm going to shoot a fake gun, a fake cannon. I don't want to shoot a fake gun. I'm going to shoot a fake cannon. And I'm going to be nude the whole time. And also, I think presidential candidates now can learn from JT, you know. If you pull up to the debate nude on a wave runner, you got my vote. You don't even have to talk.
I mean, you know, I get fired up on jargon and words, but candidate comes from the Latin candide, to be candid. That's the English derivative. Candide, candid, candidate. It means honest and open.
I thought meant dropping down.
Who is more honest and open than JT?
No, dude, come on. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
I also think if a candidate walked out there butt naked off the wave runner, and then like someone was like, "Hey, why were you just naked on a wave runner?" I'd be like, "Dude, that's ad hominem. Like, you're attacking me, but you're not attacking my points. Like, challenge me on the substance of my policy, not on the way I get in the zone."
It was like, what do you want me to wear, a suit and tie?
Correct.
So I can be phony like you.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I think a problem a lot of Americans have is that politicians seem like they're lying.
Yeah.
But if a guy's naked or a gal naked off a wave runner, I think right away you're like, all right, maybe this person's a little crazy, but I don't think they're lying.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, I think, you know, the French know it best, you know. Get nude.
Yeah.
It's authenticity at its best, and I think that's a big thing in America right now, you know, guys. If we could just like be open and rip off our sleeves and, you know, just like show everyone how manscaped we truly are, without, you know, shame or guilt or any of that. I'm starting to tear up.
Jean-Paul Sartre, the great French existentialist, he said that Che Guevara was the most complete person he ever knew. And he said that after he saw him naked.
Fire fact.
As he went through the factories and, you know, he reestablished a new, more equitable order.
I love that, dude. I'm fired up on that.
Dude, if Con Air, if Nicolas Cage were nude the whole time.
If Cameron Poe were nude, often I ask myself, how could I have loved
It's
him
hot
more?
out here in Carson City. If I'm gonna save my friend, I better lose these draws.
We're at Lerner Airfield. Here at Lerner Airfield, it's just a strip of nothing.
Cyrus,
So I'm stripping down.
I'm digging hard out here for you, brother, and I'm telling you, it's too hot for clothes.
Look, Cyrus, it's your barbecue, and you want me to put my dong away, and I get that, and it smells good. But my dong's got to come out, Cyrus.
How could I be wearing a wire if I'm butt naked? Where's it on me?
So break out the fine china and baby powder, because that is hanging dong.
Tie a ribbon around the old oak tree.
How can
Because this
I
cowboy's
live
coming home.
without you? And he walks up to his daughter that he's meeting for the first time butt naked. They're like horrible. He's on the Vegas Strip.
He's running away from that, like, the exploding point.
I got you a bunny, but it's gone.
I got you a bunny.
I got you a bunny, but it's
Why is daddy naked? Oh, she's so young and cute. Yeah. Why is I
or even the first scene where he has to fight that guy is like, he's just nude. He's like, please, I'm just trying to dance with my wife.
It's raining out here and I'm butt naked.
You're hanging dong, dude.
Yeah. So you're naked in the
You're
establishment.
naked in the bar, dude, and we want you to get the hell out, you weirdo. Hey, I'm just trying to have a nice night with my wife. Yeah.
It's 8:30, fucker. There's kids eating here. Get
Hey,
out of
I'm
here.
over here with my family. My kid just graduated from high school. Yeah, I'm not trying to look at your dick, man.
Look, I just got back from war, man. Look, man.
I just got back from war.
You don't get it, man.
Dude, I'm picturing Nicolas Cage with that hair, just hanging dong,
Yeah,
dude.
Gold.
Chad, who is your legend of the week?
My legend of the week, it's two. It's my brothers Mark and Bill. I saw them. We went to New Orleans, saw them over the weekend. It was just so legit. They beat my ass, which, as you guys know, I freaking love. I love getting my ass beat. Not saying if you see me out there, stokers, to beat my ass. I'm just saying I like when my brothers do it because they do it in a tender way. So I don't have any bruises, but I do feel the pain that hurts so good. Dude, we just got after. We did a strongman class early in the morning. Just, you know, stokers, I gotta say, there's really nothing better than carrying around heavy sandbags for at least 45 minutes. The feeling you feel after that, endorphins are flowing off. You know, my balls felt bigger. I grew some chest hair. and I flexed in front of a pit bull. I mean, what else do you need? Then we just hit the town. We got some dank seafood. Met an honorable stoker, 2 stokers. One of them proposed to his girlfriend, who's now fiance, and I was honored to be in their vicinity during that experience, which is legit. My brother's just the best, dude. You know, Bill's in New York, Mark's in New Orleans. They're just crushing it, you know, in their respective fields. And they just raised my stoke. And I'm just honored to be related to them by blood. And some of my fondest memories are taking fireworks and blowing up action figures with them. And we just, dude, my Luke Skywalker action figure, we fucked that thing up.
Dude, I bet you that guy was like nervous about proposing, and he was almost at the point where he's like, I'm just going to holster it until another night.
Mm-hmm.
And then he saw you and your dank brothers freaking bonding.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to get this chance again. I'm making it happen now.
He, you know, and I'm not just making this up. He said he dropped to one knee after he heard me order the John Dory fish.
Fire.
That was the jewel that broke the freaking dankness back.
There's no question, dude.
Oh, dude, that was so fire.
Strider, who is your legend of the week?
Dude, my legend of the week's gotta be my GF. Listen to this, dude. I'm not a napper, really. You know what I mean, dude? I'll freaking give myself ample amount of rest at night, dude. If I've got a day off, dude, and my body clock wakes me up early, then I'll take an immediate nap, maybe until 9:30 or 10. You know what I mean? And get my extra Z's, get it out of the way, be ready to go out and freaking, you know, freaking make this day happen. And I was tired, dude. I worked the 6 a.m. shift. I was tired from valet. And, dude, my GF goes, I get back, it's early because I worked 6 a.m. I get back to our place around 3. And we're talking dinner plans and stuff. My GF had the day off, talking dinner plans. And so it was a weekend shift. And friggin', she's like, all right, I'm going to go for a run real quick. And then when I get back, we'll do some dinner. My GF goes for a run. She's like, I'm just going to do 2 miles. Goes and drills 4 miles on her run, dude. Why'd she do it, dude? Why, dude? Not only to push herself, but go. You looked like you were tired. Looked like you needed maybe a little more rest. So she went out and freaking made more gains while I got more Z's. Legit, dude. Legit.
That is really cool.
So thoughtful, so dank. And she also got freaking worked up a sweat.
But dude, you're so good at finding these little moments in life and extrapolating the beauty in them. Like sometimes I'm like, am I missing all this good little stuff? You know what I mean?
You're perceptive on that, dude. You feel it, dude. This one, no, she let me know. She told me she wanted me to get more Z's. I wasn't like, I didn't do the math. Oh, sorry. I didn't get like too many of the things, but I appreciate my dog. No, dude, you are a very perceptive guy. You pick up on nuance.
What?
All the time. Ah, dude, you fucking dude.
Dude, my legend of the week is JFK. So I've been on a little bit of a nuke kick since we read The Bastard Brigade by Sam Keane. Check it out, Stokers, about the race to beat the Germans for the nuclear bomb. And so then after that, I followed it up with Dan Carlin's Blitz, like Wrath of Destruction or something like that. I got the name wrong, but it's about World War II and nukes. And then it goes all the way to JFK and the Cuban Missile Crisis. And dude, JFK gets satellite info that the Russians are putting nukes on Cuba, but they're not operational yet. And the Russians were betting that they would get operational before we found out. So now JFK's got a decision to make. How does he respond? All of his generals don't think he has any war bona fides, even though he was a hero in World War II, as we mentioned on this Monday's podcast. JFK decides to make his own call and create a quarantine where they put ships all around Cuba so that the Russian nukes can't get there to finish making them usable. All of his generals are like, this is a stupid decision. JFK is embarrassed afterwards. He's like Ghost White. He's like shaking. He's like, oh, I totally fucked up. Looks super weak. Turns out to be the right call. Khrushchev backs off at the 11th hour, sends the ships back. JFK made the right call. But he super doubted himself afterwards. He felt like he had fucked up. So I think that's really good historical inspiration, because we often make the right calls, but we doubt ourselves. But it's okay to doubt yourself. Even JFK doubted himself when he saved the fucking world.
Fuck yes, dude. Validation, dude. If you're not, no risk, no reward, dude. You got to have that risk, dude. If it was easy, everyone would do it, dude. Love that, dude.
Dude, are you talking into the mic when you talk to us?
Oh, Aaron had me not enable it, so it hasn't been on.
Whoa. We're going to have to cut all of this.
Oh, shit.
You might be able to hear it.
You think so?
Might be able to get some.
Yeah, maybe
Might
I'll
have a
subtitle
charming
it.
effect from the back.
Yeah, set me up over here. Sorry about that.
Chad, who is your...
Are we doing the get after
What's
thing?
it called?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Armageddon? Prophecy for
Chad.
Armageddon? Or
Yes.
something like that? Or Armageddon for Doom? Prophecy of Doom? Fuck. I loved it. We love Dan Carlin.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Chad, what is your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from Ace Ventura. You just wanted that dookie so bad you could taste it. Fire line.
That's awesome, dude. Someone wrote that.
I want to write that.
You got to be so in the zone.
The
But
word
you're there.
dookie.
If you meditate enough, that'll come to you when you're writing.
The word dookie.
Cool.
A lesser writer would have said shit.
Yeah. I love... Dude, you ever seen that movie Sideways?
Mm-hmm.
When he's like, I'm like a... He describes
Should
like...
I watch that?
You never seen Sideways?
I've seen it, but when I was young, and
You
I
should
don't think I
rewatch
understood
it.
adult sadness.
It's
Yeah.
fire.
It's good?
It's so fire.
All right, I'm going to watch it.
The metaphor for Pinot Noir and Giamatti, it's fire. Thomas Hayden Church, hilarious. Sandra Oh, phenomenal performance. Forget the
Virginia
name of the girl.
Madsen.
Virginia Madsen. Amazing, dude. Dude, this is a small... and dude, you're a Solvang guy.
I love Solvang.
This is in Buellton. It's in Solvang. That's where it takes place. Dude, it's a fire movie, dude. I wish... I might have to switch up my quote and go for... Because my quote's not even that dank. I mean, it's pretty dank, but... I mean, Sideways has such fire quotes.
Do Sideways, baby. Because I did an Alexander Payne quote on 2 episodes ago from The Descendants.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So I'd like to keep... I like
This movie
hitting that button.
has got to be... I mean, dude, it's so good. Damn, I'm trying to think of like something great from it. But, I mean, the obvious one is... I'm not drinking fucking Merlot. And it's a great moment in the film. It's all context, which is what makes that film so good, is because if something doesn't... If you're... Like, I like if you're looking at something and you're like, where are the jokes on this? But then you have to take a look. You got to look at what's the moments before and the moments after. If you're looking at like a script or something and you're like, oh, this thing might not read funny, but it's going to be fire gold with the performers in it. And I love those type of things, character driven, moment driven stuff. But I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but what he says about the Pinot Noir and that grape, is he speaking about himself? What's he speaking about?
I'm going to find out.
And is Virginia Madsen, the other part of that analogy he's speaking about? But my other quote of the week, because I kind of feel like I let everyone down, and this is a very quick one, is, and that is why your name will never be remembered. From Troy, the opening scene. It's like the first thing he says to this little kid, and it's so out of place. It's so mean for no reason after Brad Pitt gets woken up from having a threesome. And it's hilarious, like with 2 girls from like Coachella. And it's hilarious, dude. And it's so fun. Like, I mean, at first I started laughing, and the kid's like, totally looks up to him, and he's like, that's why you're going to be a loser forever, dude. All right, later. Let me go win this battle.
Boagrius!
Yeah, exactly. Dude, yeah, Boagrius. So good, dude.
Boagrius has this effect on many heroes.
Yeah. Yes, dude. Amazing. But that movie does with that jump like back thing.
Achilles! Where is he? I sent a boy to look for him.
Yeah, I said that boy.
Dude.
And then it follows the boy, and then you find Achilles.
I was
Camera
having
tracks
a good
up there.
dream.
Yeah, I was having a dream.
A good dream. A very good dream.
Dudes, my quote of the week was going to be from the movie Unforgiven, but then I decided to do 10 Things I Hate About You. It's at the end of the film, and Kat Stratford has declared her love for Heath, even though he hurt her. She can't deny the fact that she loves him, for Heath Ledger's character, Patrick. And he buys her the guitar she's been looking at the whole movie, leaves it in her car, and then they start making out. And then she's like, you can't just buy me a guitar every time. She stops to make out to go, you can't just buy me a guitar every time you screw up, And then he goes, yeah, I know. But then, there's always drums and bass and maybe even one day a tambourine.
That's actually a really good ledger you just did right
Yeah,
there, dude.
nice,
That was good,
nice,
dude.
nice.
And I love that line. And then the camera freaking
I
pans out.
want you to want
And they're
me, a
playing on
cover
top of that high school.
And then they got that really cool school. Yeah.
That's the school in like Seattle or something like
Yeah.
that. Fire.
Nice.
And I mean,
nice.
dude, honestly, that line so
Nice.
far, you would have thought Shakespeare would have wrote it himself, because that movie's like Taming of the Shrew.
Taming
right?
of the Shrew, yeah.
Yeah. Legit, dude.
What's your guys' favorite Shakespeare movie?
I gotta go Leo, Romeo and Juliet.
Mine as well.
I mean, I have a least favorite, dude, and it's got to be
Coriolanus.
Coriolanus when you brought me to that, dude.
I boned you, dude.
You totally boned me, dude. Look, you
I
know
dragged Strider to a 3-hour Shakespeare movie, one of his lesser works, according to even the people who were in the movie.
and one of his most lengthy works as well.
And I slept the entire time.
Yeah, JT, he was out, dude, just comfortable, dude. This was a matinee, dude. It was a nice day. We should have been bronzing.
Stratford upon Ambien.
Yep, dude. I was just sitting there, dude, sober as the day I was born, dude, just watching this, sipping on a freaking D pepper, dude, and was like, nah, dude.
Sipping on a deep pepper, dude.
Ray
Oh,
Fiennes,
that-
one of the
that-
best
that-
actors alive.
He
That
is
does
great.
sound dank. Deep pepper.
Deep pepper
I
totally.
haven't had that in a friggin' long time.
So dang.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the, not the Constant Gardener? Is that the one?
Who was Dr. Pepper's like loser brother? Oh, Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, his half brother.
Dude, I love Mr.
Totally,
Pibb though. Pibb Extra.
He was cool.
That puts a fire lightning feeling in my dong.
Is that like, is Pibb Extra considered like an energy drink? Or
I
is
don't
that just
even
a
know,
straight-up
dude.
soda?
All I
'Cause it's
glean
so
from
dank,
it
but not
is-
'cause of
yeah,
caffeine.
all I glean from
Or
it is
like
extra
whatever.
flavor, extra flavor.
That's what's up. Extra flavor.
And I
in
like
there.
Mr. Pibb. He's not as pretentious. Like Doctor, it's like all right,
Yeah.
dude.
You're like, can I call you something more casual at this point? I mean, I've
Yeah.
been drinking you for like 8 years.
Like if they have one of the same flavor named Steve, totally drink that one, dude.
That would be a dank soda.
Good call.
Steve, dude.
Steve.
Good call.
Chad, what is your phrase for getting after it this week?
All right, so you guys know the term "wet my beak."
Yes.
Mhm.
I think for getting after it, you're frothing your beak.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Strider, so let me
Oh,
catch
dude.
you up. For a couple weeks, we've been doing like a phrase for like getting after it, however you get after it. And like my first one was like, let's patch Adams. And Chad's first one was knocking boots with Hunter S. Thompson.
Mm.
And so now we try to each week come up with a new fun way to describe getting after it. Is
Ooh,
there
okay, let's
on the
see.
spot with very little build up? What are we thinking? And we can give you time, baby, because I can cut it down.
I would say freaking straight up unjoy. With unjoy. Which is something that we say at valet. Because there was this French dude, and whenever we would, he was like very polite and very nice guy. And when we, like at, later in the day, you'd go to drink your energy drink or sip your coffee. When he'd open it, he'd look at you and he'd go, oh, unjoy. And I just feel like that's a mentality to take into freaking, when you're trying to get after it, do you want to go and freaking just enjoy yourself, dude?
Undrill yourself.
That's the fire term right there. Undrill yourself would be straight up whacking off, dude, and having a nice time, giving yourself a treat, maybe de-stressing, but just, just once, dude. Go ahead and undrill yourself once, dude.
Mine would be let's remember what's up.
I like that.
Oh, that's fire.
Dude, you want to remember what's up? Let's do it.
Oh, that's fire. Like when you're saying these let's get after it phrases, are you putting yourself in a scenario like all you guys are about to go out, we're all about to like cheers, or freaking you just cruise up to your buddy's house and it's like, let's do this? Like, is that the sentiment we're going for?
I think
Yeah.
that can be. There's just so many different ways to package it, you know?
I picture walking into your buddy's house with a 30 rack and you say the phrase and then everyone jumps off the couch like it's a Kool-Aid commercial or something and they're like, yeah.
I picture it
what-
like
yeah.
you got a friend who's like on the fence and he's like, hey, dude, I might just go home and get some sleep.
Yeah.
And then you just tap him and you make hard eye contact and then you deliver the line and then he's like, you're right.
Yeah. You're like, you look at him, you're like, undrill yourself, dude.
Mm-hmm. Dude, undrill yourself. And then he's like, you're right. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Let's
That's
do it.
fire. That's
All right,
fire.
dudes. Is there any more meat on the bone or did we eat it?
I mean,
I think it's clean.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone
That felt
long.
good. That
yeah.
felt good. Yeah.
yeah, it
poor
felt
poor
sick.
Sean here.
Yeah, Sean, dude.
Sean, what up, dude?
Thank you for sticking it through, dude.
He went above and beyond.
You're a legend, dude.
You're a legend, dude.
Yeah, you bore witness to probably one of our most epic pods, so thank you.
I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you so much.
Dude, next time, though, let's get that mic operational so we don't miss out on that gold you're spitting back.
I'm usually on Talkback because I produce a podcast here with my buddies.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So I'll be here.
We got a guest, dude. Coming up on Thursday, guys. Coming out next week on Wednesday, though. Sal Masakela.
Whew.
Legit.
All right, dudes. Is that it?
That's it, dude.
Guys, Strider, thank you for coming in again. This was epic.
Dude, I freaking undrill myself every time I'm here, dude. I freaking love this,
I
dude.
can
Are you
feel
kidding
it.
me, dude? Fired up in there, just hanging out with the
Paul
bros.
ended for a second.
I can feel it.
So sick.
All right, guys.
Strider, thank you, dude.
Thank you, dude.
Chad, thank you as always, brother.
That was
Legends,
that was
dude.
fun, guys.
So
Thank you
fun.
for tuning in, Stokers. Write those reviews, baby. Chatgoesdeep.com. Keep manscaping. You guys want to say anything?
Boom. Clap.
Fucking legit, dude. It's your barbecue and it tastes good.
That's a great one. Yo, barbecue, it tastes good. Did Nicolas Cage nude?
Yeah, dude, that was great.
If you need advice,